where they're 0 for the 90s. But Tampa Bay deserves a break or two, and today they get it. See, they're 0-17 with temperatures below 40 degrees, but it's unusually balmy, 60 degrees in the Windy City today. And the Bears are starting unknown Moses Moreno at quarterback. No relation to Omar Moreno or Rita Moreno or Edwin Moses or Haven Moses or even Moses Malone, whose drives always went faux, faux, faux. Well, how fitting is this for our producer, Jay Levy? From Moses, we go to Malone. Well, Mark, I mean, we chuckle for a moment, but it's been no laughing matter for Pro Bowl linebacker who was good enough to spend his bye week with us, Hardy Nickerson of the Bucs.
Yeah, former teammate of mine and a great guy, but as Chris Mortensen joins me here on the set as well, this is interesting because they go up there fighting for their playoffs lives. They're 4-7. They don't have their warrior with them, Hardy Nickerson. Blindsided by this kind of freakish heart ailment. You spent some time with him this week. How's he doing?
Oh, can you say pericarditis?
No, I can't. That's why you're saying it.
That's why Hardy Nickerson has been lost for the season to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They placed him on injured reserve this season. This is a guy, and I asked Hardy this question, when you started the season back in July, what did you see? You know, well, he saw Super Bowl, possible Super Bowl, certainly a 11-12 win season, and maybe a Pro Bowl season for himself. He has learned just how fragile football can be, as well as life.
It's wartime. Yeah, baby!
For 12 years, Hardy Nickerson has worn his heart on his sleeve. On November 20th, his heart let him down.
Last Friday was just the scare of my life. You know, waking up and feeling pain in my back. And then when I got out of bed, I had a sharp pain go through my chest, and I'm thinking, oh, my goodness, this doesn't feel right.
He took 2 Toms, and I was hoping that, you know, it was going to resolve itself. I offered to drive him to Buck Place, you know, because he just wasn't looking like he could really drive too well. And he, you know, insisted that he'd be okay.
And as I'm driving, the pain is getting more and more intense and starting to go down my left arm. And I'm thinking, oh, not a heart attack. It's a little too early for me to check out of here.
But you weren't smiling and laughing, I think.
No. I'm sitting there like, wait a minute, what's going on with me? You know, at that point, just kind of, you know, looking down inside, trying to see, well, okay, what's hurting? Where is it hurting the worst? What could it be? Okay, what could it be?
You kept driving, though?
Yeah, I kept driving. Yeah. And then I got to one Buccaneer place, went to the trainer as soon as I got there and said, hey, my chest is killing me, and I don't know what it is. And he sent me immediately to our team doctor, and before I knew it, I was admitted into the hospital and had all these wires hooked up to me and you know, needles stuck in my arm, and away we go.
When I got into the room, he was almost out because they'd given him Demerol, and pretty much incoherent, and just, it wasn't a good sight. He had oxygen and IV, and
just enough to scare you a whole lot.
I was very scared, and I didn't know what to do, and I had not talked to the doctor yet. So it was pretty intense.
I could hardly breathe. I couldn't take a deep breath. And I thought I was on my way out.
Nickerson was suffering from pericarditis, an inflammation of the sac that surrounds the heart. He picked it up like a cold, a virus that settles in the chest, which, if untreated, can potentially be fatal. Doctors initially thought the infection was in his lungs, but made the final diagnosis after spotting an irregular heartbeat.
Initially, I was like, wait a minute, what? Pericard, what? I kept asking my wife, how do you pronounce that?
When they detected the irregular heartbeat and all these specialists started rushing in, and they had all these other cardiologists come in, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know, and I couldn't really communicate with Hardy because he was drowsy.
The doctor told me that, you know, I was pretty lucky to get in there when I did, because if I didn't, I would have been very sick.
After 4 weeks of rest, Nickerson is expected to make a full recovery. While he's home, anything that will increase his heart rate is off limits.
Have the kids said, what are you doing here?
No.
What
did Baby Hardy say?
He said, Daddy, when you come home, can you go... He knew he wasn't doing that when he left on Friday.
They're very, very glad Daddy's here, and they were very excited to see me home from the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I had to tell them, hey, Daddy can't pick you up right now, they gave me all the hugs and kisses I could take. There's so much that I probably have taken for granted But, you know, it took that ride down the Veterans Expressway with my chest pounding and pain going down my arm to say, hey, wait a minute, you know, I might just be missing out on this little bit here or that little bit there. And, you know, I'm not going to let that slip by. You know, everything's in proper perspective, especially now.
Actually been a tough couple of weeks for the entire family because Amy Nickerson has a herniated disc in her back, so this has been a tough week. Now, normally Thanksgiving, Hardy and Amy have all the single players over from the Buccaneers who don't have their families there and feed them on Thanksgiving. They didn't do that this time around. I will say that they were somewhat comforted by the fact that Tony Dungy did not take the team into the priority here by placing Hardy on IR. Basically, don't rush back. Your health is more important. And I did ask Hardy, by the way, what did he prefer, the 2 Tums that Amy gave him or the Demerol the doctors gave him?
The Demerol. I've had a couple of reconstructive surgeries. The Demerol's much better than the Tums. Staying in the NFC, speaking about players that aren't with their football teams.
The Buccaneers have lost 3 in a row, but they're still alive in the playoff hunt for a wild card spot, but they're sitting down at 4-7. They know they need a big winning streak. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the NFL on Fox. I'm Sam Rosen, along with the coach, Jerry Glanville. And here in Chicago, they're talking about a new leader, Moses Moreno will lead them today.
Well, Sam, the Chicago Bears had to do something. Their offense went 11 consecutive quarters without scoring a touchdown. So they got this young rookie, 7th-round draft pick from Colorado State. They say he's got grit. He's got determination. We got to find out if he can play in the National Football League.
Now, for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they were at 4-4 after a win over Minnesota. They've lost 3 in a row, and the numbers tell a story there, Jerry.
Well, it's amazing because it's not their offense. The last 4 weeks, they are scoring more points than they ever did last year. But on defense, Sam, which was always their strength, they're not playing as good. They got to get that fixed. And they've lost 2 good players, Chidi Hanatu and Hardy Nickerson, for the rest of the year.
Now, the Bears are sitting at 3-8, but last week we saw them in Atlanta. They played hard, especially those 2 big defensive tackles.
Well, the fun to watching the Chicago Bears is the 2 defensive tackles. Jim Flanagan, Mike Wells, play unbelievable together as a tandem. And we're talking to Mike Wells. He said, the fun today, we get to go against the best center in the National Football League, Tony Merriweather from Tampa. We'll watch that matchup.
The Bucs have only won twice in their history here in Chicago, but usually they were playing in cold weather. This is Tampa-like weather today. We'll be set to go in just a moment.
And stay a family. One pound at a time for 60 minutes, baby. Let's get a win on 3. 1, 2, 3, win!
Field in Chicago. Second meeting of the season between these 2 teams. There is a strong wind blowing from our right to left. 66 degrees as we start the game. Tony Dungy's team had a bad start in the game against the Bears in Tampa. They were down 15-0 at the end of the first half, but came back in the second half to win 27-15. For Dave Wanstead, he's trying to keep his team together and finish strong. Career against the Bucs, 7-4 and 5-0 against the Bucs here in Chicago. Jeff Jager to kick it off. Riddell Anthony is deep for the Bucs, and we're underway. Anthony from the 3. Looking for an opening, trying to spin away from Tony Parrish. He wouldn't let him do it. Good tackle by the rookie safety. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers head out on offense, led by Trent Dilfer, who is making his 60th consecutive start. That's the second longest active starts among quarterbacks.
After the 18-yard return. Peyton Manning
In football.
Warwick Dunn in the backfield is 256 yards away from 1,000. Riddell Anthony is the leading wide receiver. Dave Moore caught a big touchdown pass in the first game between these 2 teams. Riddell Anthony, nothing there. Good stop. Right away, that was Barry Minter, the middle linebacker. That was Warwick Dunn on the carry. My apologies. The defense for the Chicago Bears.
And these are the 2 tackles. Mike Wells makes Flanagan play better.
The middle linebacker, Barry Minter. The hard-hitting Ricardo McDonald. Sean Harris, the left linebacker. And the safeties, pretty good ones.
A young rookie, Tony Parrish, plays like a vet. Good speed, can run like a corner, but hit like a safety.
On second down, again, Warwick Dunn. Broke a tackle, gets up close to the 30-yard line. Tony Parrish, the rookie safety, came up to make the stop.
You know, every time I do a Bear game, Sam, I come away saying, what if they gave the ball to Warrick Dunn 25 or 30 times?
Yeah.
He's such a good player, but he doesn't get to touch it much. He gets few opportunities. Some games 5 or 6.
You mean a Bucs game?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Tampa Bay Bucs.
That's right.
Yeah.
Up at the 29. 3 wide receivers in for the Bucs. Jacquez Green has come in. They pulled the tight end out. Dilfer gets plenty of time. Wide open over the middle was Jacquez Green, but the pass too high. Great protection for Trent Dilfer.
You know what? I think he had too much time. There was absolutely no pressure on Dilfer. Excellent protection by the offensive line. And he waited, and he waited, and he waited, and then he overthrew a high pass.
Tommy Barnhart is back to punt. And Glenn Milburn, who is 3rd in the NFL in punt returns, is deep for the Bears, standing at his own 26. Barnhart's kick is a good one. Milburn waits for a fair catch at the 29. No. He had room, and he knows he made a mistake. He had plenty of room.
Bad decision.
Fans didn't like it. They wanted to see the run back. Milburn comes to the sideline, 49-yard punt. And Moses Moreno, 23 years old, out of San Diego, played his college football at Colorado State, makes his first NFL start and gets a whole load of cheers from the crowd here at Soldier Field.
And if you watch these two, Andy Heck and Todd Perry, they've played for about 14 different quarterbacks since they've been with the Bears.
Edgar Bennett starts at running back. We'll see a lot of James Allen as well. Bobby Ingram is the leading wide receiver. Alonzo May should be important in the offensive game plan. Moreno puts it up on first down and overthrows Curtis Conway.
Well, that answers one question. Does he have a good arm?
He can throw it.
He can throw it. And listen to the crowd. This is Orange Stadium. You get cheered for an incomplete pass. They haven't seen a bomb in 6 weeks.
Let's take a look at the defense that Moses Moreno will work against for the Buccaneers.
And Warren Sapp's the key. When we watched the Bears practice, every play was, where is 99? Find 99. He's the guy we got to block.
Jamie Duncan is replacing the heart and soul of the defense, Hardy Nickerson, who's out for the season.
And old John Lynch is good at hitting safety as there is in football.
On second down, the fullback motions. The pitch is to Edgar Bennett. Jeff Gooch has got him, and he's finished off by Jamie Duncan. Thrown for a loss.
Well, one thing you should know when you're in the NFC, you cannot run wide on Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's entire team is speed. Everybody can run, or they don't wear the Buccaneer flag. Watch the secondary. Watch the linebackers. They'll flow, and they'll get with it.
This is uncharacteristic for the Bears. Usually Bennett will run in between the tackles.
Well, the whole Bears offense is downhill running, like 1st and 10 running. Go straight ahead. You can't run wide on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're too fast.
It's 3rd and 12. Ryan Wetnight has come in at tight end. Moreno. Big rush by Sapp. The ball is loose. And they dive for it. The Bucs think they have it. The big hit by Warren Sapp. And the officials say the Bucs have it. The fumble recovery by Tampa Bay gives them possession deep in Bears territory.
Well, Moses looked at cover 2, too deep. He had all of his wide receivers were being doubled, and while he was looking it over, trying to figure it out, there was Warren Sapp. Excellent defensive tackle, hitting him in the back. Watch, I'm going to show you the coverage. The cover 2, they got the corner and the safety on him, and the corner and safety on him. Moses is looking that way, and now he sees the double coverage, and he's saying, what is that? And boom! By then, watch big 99. In practice, where's 99? Where's 99? He's on number 4's back is where 99 is.
That forces the fumble. Culpepper recovers. First down with the Rhino backfield. Lorenzo Neal is the fullback. The tailback is Allstott. Mike Allstott goes up the middle for about 3 yards down to the 16-yard line. Mike Allstott from Joliet, Illinois, about 40 miles away. He's got about 30 tickets bought today.
Well, his mom and dad usually come to every game, but unfortunately, when you get this close to home, here's mom and dad. He's not excited yet. The score still is, come on, Dad, get fired up. Watch your son go. He'll get fired up when Big Mike runs.
They spot the ball at the 17, a pickup of 2 on the play. Warwick Dunn is back in. He's out at a wingback position for the right side. The tight end is Dave Moore. Everybody out. Dilfer gets plenty of time. Throws short, complete to Riddell Anthony inside the 10. He's got a first down at about the 8-yard line. Ricardo McDonald made the tackle.
But Trent Dilfer sent the pair out. What's a pair? 2 tight ends side by side. These 2 are going to come out, fake, go in there, and what they're doing is they're clearing it out for a guy coming all the way from the other side. Here he comes, and there's Anthony on the catch. That happened because the other 2 guys cleared out the hold zone.
43rd reception of the season for Riddell Anthony. It is 1st and goal for the Bucs. Just inside the 9-yard line. Warwick Dunn. It's about 2 on the play, maybe 3. Going straight ahead. Warwick Dunn looking for his first 1,000-yard rushing season. Came into the game 256 yards shy.
Watch Mike Alstead. He's got to block a big defensive end. And this is Brian Robinson. Somebody new they put in there. And look, fullbacks don't like blocking defensive linemen. They'd rather block linebackers.
Second-year man Brian Robinson, number 98, is making his first NFL start.
He's big.
Close to 300 pounds. They want him to stop the run. That's Riddell Anthony in motion with 2 tight ends in the lineup. Allstott taking it wide. To the 5, he slipped. They'll bring up a 3rd and goal for the Bucs.
Well, the problem in Chicago, the field, ever since I was a coach, I coached my very first game right here, Sam, and the field is always a little bit soggy. This is on recaptured land. You got to remember, Soldier Field was built on the water, and they brought dump and they brought things here, dirt, and they sort of brought this land back. So it's always soggy, it's always wet.
It's not frozen today.
No,
that's for sure.
Not frozen.
3rd and goal at the 5-yard line. Allstott and Dunn in the backfield. In motion is the tight end Dave Moore. And Dilfer looking, swings it out to Allstott. He slips, he pulls his way to the goal line, he's in. What an effort by Mike Allstott. And the Bucs capitalize on the turnover. The Allstott family loves it.
Now Daddy got up. He woke up. Dad was sound asleep, and the mama hit him in the ribs and says, "Our boy is scoring. Get up." There they go.
He dragged Terry Cousin into the end zone with him. But he is big and strong, and they need him to produce.
And when he wants to run heavy, he can, but he's really a cut runner. He likes to avoid the tackle, but he ran heavy when he had to.
Michael Husted for the extra point try. Out of the hold of Tommy Barnhart. The kick is good. There's a flag down on the play. We'll check out the flag.
Looked like a bear may have jumped off sides coming from the kicker's right side. They'll probably take the point and get the penalty on the kickoff.
Ed Hockley, our referee, an attorney from Phoenix.
And he did a good job.
Defense number 21. The 5-yard penalty will be enforced in the kickoff. The try for point is good.
It was Cousin that jumped off sides.
Trent Dilfer, the 5th time, the 14th touchdown pass of the season for him. 5-yarder for Mike Allstott. Back at Soldier Field, getting set for the Tampa Bay kickoff, which will come for the 35 after the penalty.
And here's a replay of that touchdown by Mike Alstead. Watch him run over the 2 defensive backs, Terry Cousin, and it looks like Randy Hillard's in there. And that's the A-train whistle.
Started early.
First time I got to do that doing a Tampa game.
Husted kickoff into the wind. Milburn from the 5. Tries to pump it outside. Brought down at the 19-yard line. Bears on offense for the 2nd time. Moses Moreno gets set to come onto the field. We'll be right back. Short field, 19 yards. And he takes the Bucs in on the 5-yard touchdown pass to Mike Allstott. Bears close to the 20-yard line on their 2nd offensive series. Long count by Moreno. Edgar Bennett hits the middle of the line, fights his way across the 20 for a pickup of 2 on the play. That fumble by Moreno was the 18th fumble lost by the Bears this season. That's a league high, and their giveaways are at 28, which is a league high.
Well, I think that's really also what's happened to Tampa Bay season is their takeaway ratio has changed. Anytime you're at the bottom of the league and giving the ball up, you're not going to have a good season.
You see 28 turnovers for the Bears, who are sitting at 3-8. They have lost 3 in a row. Casey Wegman, the center. The snap to Moreno, sends everybody out, swings it to Bennett. Good tackle on the play by Alsherman Singleton, number 51, who alternates with Jeff Gooch at the strong side linebacker spot.
Let's take a look at Moses. Good solid voice. I can hear his voice all the way up here. He looks downfield, it's covered, and he immediately throws off to the secondary receiver, Edgar Bennett. Good quick read.
Throwing wise, Jerry, the coaches talked about high percentage stuff for Moreno early in the game, just to get him into it and get some confidence going.
But they did tell us, Sam, he does have a strong arm. Now here's 4 wide receivers.
5 defensive backs in for the Bucs. Short drop, looking, throwing too high, intended for Fabian Bowens, number 82. And the Bears are 3 and out.
Well, Fabian's hollered that he got pushed and shoved, but it was in the 5-yard legal limit. Watch the defensive back, push, shove, get him down, and that's Freddie Young. Good job by Floyd Young, pardon me. That's Floyd Young pushing and shoving.
Mike Horan into punt, and Jaquez Green, who leads the NFL, is deep. Waves for a fair catch at the 26-yard line. Frankie Smith, number 29, was in his face, ready to take him out. Bucs on offense when we come back. Fox NFL doubleheader to Green Bay, where the Packers host the Eagles. Coy Detmer starting first time in the NFL for Philadelphia. And the Saints in Miami to play the Dolphins. And the Saints, they're alive in the wild card race in the NFC. The Bucs go on offense. There is Brian Robinson, number 98, his first NFL start. Picked up on waivers from the St. Louis Rams. Everybody out. Dilfer gets time and fires. Knocked down. Intended for Bert Emanuel. He wanted a flag on the play. Terry Cousin on the coverage.
Well, Terry Cousin, it's a curl route, Sam. The wide receiver goes down and turns inside Bert Emanuel, and Cousins drives the route. By drives the route, watch him get to the curl quicker than Bert Emanuel. He off to the left, and he's driving the route right there. Oh, nice job. Gets his right hand right on the football.
You know, Emanuel might have had a little case there. I don't know, he might have been a little contact early.
I didn't see that,
No?
Sam.
All right. Riddell Anthony in motion on second down.
Of course, I never saw that all the years I coached.
Warwick Dunn, no gain. Good job by the Bears. Marty Carter, who had a big game last week,
Wow,
steps
did he
up.
ever. Woo. Marty used to play for Tampa Bay. It was always known as a great hitter, a guy out of Middle Tennessee. Oh, nice stick.
Carter played 4 years with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Not a lot of speed, but a lot of heart, a lot of determination, and very, very hard-nosed, tough guy.
And now he leads the Bears in tackles.
Blitz, blitz, blitz.
Third down at 10. The blitz is on. It was missed by the defensive end, Mark Thomas. Dilfer throws, and it is caught on the sideline, inbounds. Very close to a first down. Bert Emanuel made the catch.
Well, we talked about a rookie free safety, Tony Parrish. You cannot blitz from a free safety this deep. He's so deep. Watch how long it takes before he ever gets there. He's still not there. Now, this is what Trent told us in the meeting. He said, I'm going to improvise. I'm not going to give up on any play and try to make a play when everything breaks down.
Bert Emanuel.
Nice coverage. That's really about all you can do in the coverage. That's Randy Hilliard. He had him covered for a long time. A good play by Trent Dilfer, making something out of a bad situation. But the rookie free safety, you can't blitz 15 yards deep and get there and cause a problem.
Gary, he's a link short.
Go for it if you just got to get a link. Come on. They're going to punt. Look at that. 1, 2, 2 links. 2 links. You can't make 2 links. You're in the wrong league.
Wait a second. They're on their own 36.
Yeah, but Chicago hadn't scored in 11 quarters.
Well, you get daring when you're up in the booth, huh?
I'm just trying to make you mad. I would punt too.
Glenn Milburn is deep, back at his own 20. Tommy Barnhart to punt.
Watch the hang time. Anything 4-6, 4-7, Sam, you and I can cover. Anything around a 4-5, 4-4 is a return.
Trying to draw him offside with a long count. Didn't do it. Barnhart's kick. Milburn from the 19. He returns this one. Avoids Tony Bowie, and then he's taken out of bounds up at the 33-yard line. 47-yard punt. Milburn with the return.
Sam,
Bears going offense.
A 4-2 hang time means you're going to get a return.
He's got a rotator cuff injury. He'll meet with the doctors later today, and there's a good chance that he's going to have to undergo surgery. Moreno on first down. Bobby Ingram up to the 38-yard line. Picked up 5 on the play. Again, the Bears going with the short passes. Bobby Ingram's 41st reception.
Well, they had to bring that one out quick because it was a blitz. You know, I'm looking at this quarterback, and he's got that rotator cuff. If I was him, I wish I was coaching him, I would not go to a football doctor. I would go talk to every major league pitcher in baseball that tears a rotator cuff, and I would have a baseball doctor do the surgery. I wouldn't have a football guy. Football guys fix knees. Baseball doctors fix rotator cuffs.
Halleck in motion, 2nd and 5. Edgar Bennett up the middle. Oh, Jamie Duncan, the rookie middle linebacker, with a good hit.
And you know, he played good last week in his first start, Sam. Here's a guy that replaced the legend, Hardy Nickerson, and last week his team said, guess what? This guy can play. He's leaving now because it's 3rd down and long. Doesn't play the nickel.
3rd-round pick out of Vanderbilt, number 59. Good stick on Edgar Bennett. Stopped him short of the 40-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd and a long 3. Hardy Nickerson's back at home, out of the hospital. He's got pericarditis, which is an inflammation of the sac around the heart. He's done for the season. We wish him the best. He's
and
a really
his team
good guy.
told us they miss him. He's not only a great player, they said he is the leader of this football team.
Short drop, complete to Conway. First down, Bears into Bucs territory at the 49-yard line. Fans like that. First down.
Well, Moses will get over this jitter and maybe get to feeling comfortable. He's a laid-back guy. When we talked to him, Sam, I didn't know if he was asleep or awake half the time, but he's not an uptight guy, and just a good 3-step throw. 1, 2, 3 he's doing, throwing the football. Throws to Curtis Conway, the best speed guy that the Bears have.
First down after an 11-yard pickup. Curtis Conway's numbers in the first meeting. Moreno now 3 for 5, 19 yards. That's Alonzo Mays, the tight end in motion. The play fake intended for the fullback, Ty Halleck. Out of the backfield.
Well, Moses mishandled the snap, and he reached he dropped the ball, and the ball goes down to his ankles. So by the time he got it back up, I think he's talking to the center right now. Let's see what happens here. Look at it. It's on. Oh, he got the back of the ball for the play fake. Now he's got to readjust his hand and get the grip on the football, and then he threw a high ball.
2nd and 10 for the Bears.
And the Bears offensive line says find Sapp and find where Lynch. 2 guys on Tampa Bay. Find 99 and find Lynch 47.
Edgar Bennett splits wide to the right side. Moreno throwing for Bennett, but Bennett slipped and fell down. Time for an NFL update. Let's go back to the Fox Television Center to JB.
Sam and Jerry, take a look at Curtis Martin and the Jets. Second play after Carolina has scored. What does Martin do? This is why Bill Parcells wanted him so badly. 60 yards to pay dirt. Jets back on top of Carolina. 106 total yards in the first quarter for Curtis Martin. Back to Sam and Jerry.
Thanks, JB. Curtis Martin running extremely well, having a good year. Look at that race. Miami, Buffalo, and the Jets. Buffalo playing New England. Miami home against New Orleans. Fabian Boland's in the lineup as a 3rd wide receiver on 3rd and 10. Short drop, complete to the tight end, Ryan Wetnight, but it's short of a first down. Pick up a 5 on the play.
Well, I love Moses. Moses saw it. He alerted. It is a blitz. He knows he's got to bring the ball out. He's going to bring the ball out to the tight end, but he saw the blitz coming. There's Lynch running free, and the ball comes out, and that's what you have to do. Nice catch by Ryan Wetnight. He dropped the big one last week, in Atlanta, but he made a nice catch here.
One-hand grab. Shelton Quarles, number 53 on the tackle. Mike Horan's second punt. Toward the corner. Bounces at the 4 and goes out of bounds. That's a great punt. They will spot it at around the 6-yard line. Good punt by Mike Horan. Pins Tampa Bay deep. 7-0. Bucs leading. Cloud cover over downtown Chicago.
Sam, there's your room, and I don't know why, Sam. They had me up here with a piano and a swimming pool and everything. This was Sam's room, and I got to see Sam all the way down in his little room. You had a little room, Sam. But you did have indoor plumbing this week. You didn't like that hotel. You got mad at our hotel, Sam. They didn't have his room.
Let's not talk about it.
Oh, boy. Sam said, I'm going out of here. I'm leaving this hotel.
Ball just across the 5-yard line. Alstott and Neal in the backfield for the Bucs. Riddell Anthony goes in motion. Alstott cut it back inside. Good pickup across the 10-yard line. Just a little cutback to the right.
If he'd have kept his head up, unfortunately, when he went through his head, his face went down. When you look down, you fall down because he's going to come right in through this area. But watch his head. He gets what I call head heavy. He's tailback instead of foot. See, the head's down, so you're going to fall down. You got to try to pull your head up as you're stumbling through there. Head heavy. Woo.
Mike Alstott, last week, 68 yards against Detroit. First meeting between these two teams, rushed for over 100 yards. Pickup of 5 on the play. Alstott busts across the 15, up to the 20, dragging tacklers. Hey, he must like having mom and dad here at the game.
Well, I think he likes somebody else even better, Sam. I think he likes Lorenzo Neal, the fullback, blocking. Mom and dad are great, but nobody can block like Lorenzo Neal, the fullback. And he gets a good bang up it. Wow, man. He took Barry Menner and knocked him right backwards, and that's blocking. And watch the tight end. There's Dave Moore. He washed the outside linebackers in a blitz, Ricardo McDonald, and he washed him down inside.
Pickup of 10 on the play. First down, Bucs at the 20. Warwick Dunn's back in. He swings it wide. That is hit hard.
Hello.
Walt Harris, number 27, came up to make the stick on Warwick Dunn just when it looked like Dunn was picking up speed to the outside.
Well, most corners don't hit like this. I like this about Walt Harris. He'll come up sometimes and look like a safety. And he's sometimes as physical, and he is on this play. Good hit. Of course, he's hitting a little guy. Warwick Dunn's not a big guy. But you still got, there's full press bump and run. Got the coverage. He realizes now Bertie Manuel's trying to block. Comes up, makes that stick.
Bucs have 2 tight ends in. On 2nd and 5. Del Anthony, the man in motion. Alstott was tripped up and never got going. Good penetration by Sean Lee on the play. Time for an NFL update. Back to the Fox Television Center to JB.
Sam and Jerry, take a look at Jake the Snake Plummer, Arizona's quarterback. Dropping back, looking, yep, but he finds the wrong guy. That being James Hasty. Hasty returns this one that sets up a Bam Morris score. KC trying to snap a 6-game losing streak in the courts of Arizona. If they lose, Tampa Bay has a better shot at the playoffs. Back to you guys.
You're right on the money with that, JB. Arizona right now in the number 6 spot, but that's a precarious position. They need to keep winning and fall behind KC early in the game. Dilfer, pass was tipped, intercepted. Andre Collins gets up and is brought down. The deflected pass is picked off. And the Bears have great field position.
Well, now they got the short field. You got to do something with the short field, so Moses gets to come in.
Intercepted. The player was down by contact. Chicago ball, first down.
Andre Collins comes in only in the nickel situation, but last week he played good in that nickel. Watch number 52, and he's running all the way to the hook, sees the deflection, and gets that ball away from Bertie Manuel, and luckily Bertie Manuel got him down because he would have had a touchdown.
First down for the Bears.
And you saw really the defensive back, Randy Hillard, hit Bertie Manuel. Remember, there's no pass interference on a deflected pass. You can hit him, shove him, push him, whatever you want to do.
James Allen in at running back for the Bears. At the Bucs 23, that's Halleck, the fullback in motion. Short drop to the outside, Bobby Ingram. Pulls away from one man, goes out of bounds at the 18-yard line. He picked up 5 on the play. That interception thrown by Dilfer, the 11th he's thrown this season. Andre Collins' second interception of the season. Ingram closing in on a career high for him.
This is an unusual pass, but this looks like a wide-out screen. Where are the linemen? When you throw that hitch, where's the offensive lineman for the Chicago Bears? We should see Paul Gruber out there. I mean, we should see the left tackle out there, Andy Heck and Todd Perry. I don't know where they were.
See the numbers for the Bears. That's their 11th interception. Or rather, it's their 8th interception of the season. Coming to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter.
A fumble by Moses Moreno led to the Bucs touchdown. Now the Bears are trying to turn it around on Tampa Bay. The Dilfer pass as he was blitzing. And number 52, Andre Collins, the linebacker, was there to make the interception.
That was a fun play to watch. Randy Hillard, who was in the coverage, could hit the wideout because the ball was deflected. He could run into Birdie Manuel, could do anything he wanted.
Start of the second quarter. The Bears down 7-0, but deep in Tampa Bay territory. Halleck, the fullback in motion. Moreno being rushed, got rid of it quick, intended for the tight end Alonzo Mays, but John Lynch came blitzing from the strong safety position.
And Moses is having a tough time here because you won't believe this, Sam. The Bears have only rushed for 1 yard the entire game. There's Lynch on the blitz. Woo! Coming up and over, James Allen. Another look of him diving over. That's Lynch.
Whoa.
Landing on his nose. That won't bother Lynch.
At the Bucs 18, 3rd and 5. 11 passes, 3 rushes. Going blitz. The blitz is on. The throw by Moreno is deflected away at the last moment. Jamie Duncan, the middle linebacker, tipped it away. Open was Alonzo Mays, the tight end.
If the throw has more air, if he throws the ball up and gets air under it, it's a touchdown. Here's another blitz by Tampa Bay. Wow. Moses needed to get a little more air under it. He knows it. When he let it go, he had a touchdown. But what's killing Moses, the Chicago Bears have 1 yard rushing for the entire game. 1, Sam.
Jeff Jager, 17 for 21, will attempt a 36-yarder out of the hold of Horan. It's a fake. Up the middle, Ryan Whitnight. Touchdown! Well, how about that?
Well, I loved it. It was the wing back coming all the way around and a flip underneath hands from the hole. It's the right wing back coming behind the line of scrimmage. Here's the right wing. He's going to come here. This guy's going to flip it. Woo! I love this kind of play. There's the flip. What a nice play. Got away from Jamie Duncan. That rookie linebacker is the only one that had a shot on him. Now the Bears got a touchdown.
There you go. First offensive touchdown in 13 quarters for the Chicago Bears.
But, Sam, I look at that as a special teams touchdown. I still think the offense hasn't scored a touchdown.
Well, it's an offensive play.
Yeah, but it's a special team.
Beautiful time in Chicago, and the Bears have tied the game on a touchdown pass. It's ruled a pass.
That's a forward
from Mike
pass.
Horan to Ryan Whitnight.
And on that play, we're going to show you later, 2 offensive linemen did a great job. Andy Heck and Chris Valerio made great blocks to make that touchdown play work.
Jeff Jager to kick off to Riedel Anthony. Kick coming up short. The wind holding it up. Anthony has it bounce in front of him, and the Bears recover. Whitnight's got it. It's going to be back.
Sam, you
where
cannot
he touched
advance
the ball. You can't advance it.
You cannot
That's
advance it, but you
Chicago
can recover it.
recovered the kick. However, the kicker cannot advance the ball.
The
Down
wind
spot of recovery.
actually worked in favor of the Bears because Anthony couldn't come up and catch the ball.
And the same player that just scored, Whitnight, recovered this ball.
Now, why didn't one of the up men catch this ball? Let's see.
He's trying to time it. He's trying to figure out, do I come up and get it? Do I come up and get it? And he just misjudged it, and it drops at his feet and hits him.
I'm thinking that Allstott might have dropped back and tried to catch that ball.
Well, they're not supposed to. The wedge people are never supposed to go backwards for the ball, only frontwards.
And here are the Bears at the Bucs 23-yard line. They had a 23-yard drive for a touchdown. Alec in motion. James Allen the setback. Allen looking for an opening. Spins, and he's brought down.
Now, what
John
got
Lynch
Chicago...
on the tackle. Sorry, Jerry.
Watch what Chicago Bears fans are excited about. Now, this is Heck, and this is Valeria. Watch his block, and watch Heck turn it out as he spins around and takes the flip. That's Wet Knight, the same guy that recovered the kickoff. Nice blocking. Wow.
Boy, did they seal the opening there?
One guy could have made that tackle, Jamie Duncan, the rookie middle linebacker, who's playing for Hardy Nickerson, and he couldn't get Wet Knight down.
2nd and 9 for the Bears at the Bucs 22. Looks like Tyoka Jackson may have jumped offside. Moreno trying to get away, throws deep in the end zone, and it's caught.
Flags all over.
Conway, we've got to wait for the flags on the play here.
Well, the first flag was Tyoka Jackson jumped offside. I don't know what the second flag is.
Touchdown Bears.
Offside, defense number 97. The penalty is declined. Touchdown.
Moses Moreno's first NFL touchdown pass.
And the first touchdown in 12 quarters for the offense for the Bears, because I'm giving that other touchdown, Sam, to the special teams.
All right.
Watch Moses. They said he could improvise. He could make up a play. There's play action. He can run. He's a 4'8", 40 guy.
Got away from Upshaw. And that was big. The extra point by Jeff Jager is good, and the Bears suddenly have turned things around. 2 turnovers turned into 14 points. They lead it. Moreno completing to Curtis Conway. Conway's second touchdown reception of the season. Well,
I like
fans
that.
are into it.
Lead us to the promised land.
Moreno 6 for 12, 51 yards, and 1 touchdown pass. The other touchdown, Mike Horan. Jeff Jager has the ball fall off the tee. The wind is strong against Jager, and it held up that last kickoff. Riddell Anthony couldn't handle it, and Ryan Wet Knight recovered, setting up the Bears' second consecutive touchdown.
If this ball falls off the tee again, the official will make number 30 for the Bears come in and hold. That's Bell. He'll have to hold if it falls off again.
This time, Riddell Anthony is up close to the 10-yard line. Line drive kick. Bounces out of bounds, and the Bucs will get it up at the 40-yard line. And Jager is upset because this gives the Bucs good field position. There was Tyoka Jackson jumping offside.
And watch what Moses gives him. I think the difference is Upshaw ordinarily would have sacked the Bears quarterback, but Moses can escape, and that's what the coaches told us. They said, we hope he can be like Jake the Snake Plummer. That's what they were hoping for.
That was pretty good.
He's
Moses,
excited.
Rookie out of Colorado State, 7th-round draft pick.
And I asked him, Sam, why'd you go to Colorado State from California? He says, Coach, it was easy. Nobody else offered me a scholarship.
In Division I.
In Division I.
All said and done in the backfield. As the Bucs from their own 40, it's done. Not much of an opening. Mike Wells, I believe, grabbed hold and wouldn't let go, and then was finished off by the rest of the Bears defense. Sean Harris was there, number 55. And Barry Minter, number 92. Barry Minter is going for his master's degree in educational leadership at DePaul.
What I like, you know what he does in the off-season? He's a substitute teacher. Nowadays, just to be a substitute teacher, you've got to have courage. I know he can play linebacker if you can be a substitute teacher. I was a substitute teacher.
Now, you didn't give the kids any trouble, did you?
Oh, no. I found one kid there that liked me. I gave him an A.
There you go. Dilfer gets plenty of time. Over the middle, Riddell Anthony at the Bears' 43-yard line. First down, Tampa Bay. Boy, Dilfer's getting a lot of time. Great
Sam,
protection from the offensive line.
Sam, you see too much. Unbelievable pass protection. Nobody's putting pressure on Dilfer, so he's able to stand in there. Watch the slot receiver, Anthony, wide open. They walked the linebacker out there, so that tells you they were in a zone, talking about Chicago.
16-yard pickup, the second-year man out of Florida. Riddell Anthony is the leading receiver on the Bucs. In Bears territory, Warwick Dunn squirts through and picks up about 5 on the play. It looked like there was nothing there. Dunn kind of went underneath.
Well, he's got the feet. He can slide the feet right and left, and he's not real big, 178-pounders, not many 178-pounders. He's going to jump over here, skitter around, and then dart. Here he's going to skitter a little bit, look around. There's a hole, and he darts up through there. One time, Sam, I want him to carry the ball 30 times in one game.
I don't know. He, with that body at 178, he could get hurt carrying it 30 times. I think 15 to 20 is better.
Well, they don't get good shots at him. He's able to avoid getting hit hard.
Nothing there this time. Bears, center of the defense, does an excellent job shutting down Warwick Dunn on his 8th carry of the game.
And when you talk about the Bears defense, the middle of the defense, you're talking about Mike Wells. You're talking about Mike Wells and Jim Flanagan. Wells is coming off now from pass rush, but Wells, he's different. Here's the guy they got from Detroit, and he'll look at him tie up 2 blockers. Look at him buckle. Wow, he buckles Mayberry. This guy is special.
Wells signed a 5-year contract with the Chicago Bears.
I think that's the best signing I've seen with all this free agency going on.
Here's 3rd and 6 for the Bucs at the Bears 38. Pressure on Dilfer. And a diving catch. No, it's incomplete. Jaquez Green had it and dropped it as he hit the ground.
Should have been a catch. It's an all-out blitz, so the corner is all alone. Walt Harris is singled up. He's taken away the inside cut, so he's got to be late on the out cut. But you got to dive too, Walt. I don't like that. Walt's got to dive when the receiver dives. When Green goes down, the corner's got to go down. Come on.
3rd punt of the game for Tommy Barnhart.
The Bears are playing for a fake. This is a punt safe. They don't care where the ball goes. They're man-to-man just in case it's a fake run or pass. That's called a punt safe. They practiced it Saturday. We watched them, Sam.
Good high kick by Barnhart. It drops at the 5. It goes into the end zone. Brian Kelly was down there trying to down it inside the 5, but it took a lively bounce for a touchback. 38-yard punt by Tommy Barnhart. The Bears from their own 20 on their 6th offensive possession. That's Robert Chancey, the fullback, in motion. James Allen is stopped short of the line of scrimmage. Time for an NFL update. Back to the Fox Television Center to JB.
Sam and Jerry Casey trying to get off the snide. Looks like it may happen. Gannon play action. Who does he hit? Donnell Bennett. He takes it into pay dirt. Kansas City has won 9 consecutive against the NFC. Right now up 14-3. Back to Sam Rosen and X-Files, Jerry Glanville.
Whoa! Thank you, JB.
Now they're going to need Jake the Snake. It seems like Arizona's giving up a lot of yardage. Swan is out with a knee injury, but they're scoring a lot, so it's going to be a high-scoring game, looks like.
And with Jake, it's never over till it's over. Woo! Here comes
up the
Chancey?
middle. That was Chancey, the big fullback. Goes 6 feet, 250. First year he's been a fullback. He played with San Diego a little bit as a tailback.
Watch him run off this side. He's been really a baseball player.
Yeah. No college experience.
Got quickness, though. You can see that. He's got quick feet.
Bucs have made a couple of changes on the defensive line. Marcus Jones has replaced Warren Sapp. And Steve White is in, replacing Tyoka Jackson. Edgar Bennett and Robert Chancey in the backfield for the Bears on 3rd and a long 4. Delay to Bennett. Nothing there. Falls forward to about the 28-yard line. Marcus Jones, number 78, made the first hit on Edgar Bennett. The Bears come up short, as it looks like Dave Wanstead didn't want to take any chances.
And you know, you got to watch the front 7 for Tampa Bay. All they do each and every week is play pretty tough, pretty physical, and they're a hard bunch to run. Wow, they can play it. Brad Culpepper, Warren Sapp, Upshaw, Tyoka Jackson.
3rd punt for Mike Moran. Low kick. Wobbling. Jaquez Green at the 40. Nice cut upfield, and he's knocked down by Andre Collins up at the 44-yard line. Bucs in good field position, trailing the Bears 14-7 after a 34-yard punt.
See, Sam, they have excellent players with good speed on this football team.
But Patrick Hayden, tight end in motion. 2 tight ends are in. Dilfer being rushed complete to Riddell Anthony, pulling his way across midfield Terry Cousins brings him down. Third reception of the game for Riddell Anthony.
And how about Trent Dilfer on this play? You talk about a guy that gets criticized, and all he does is play. Here's the blitz in his face, on block, right on him, gets clubbed in the head, and puts the ball right on the money. That's a young rookie, Tony Parrish.
Parrish has been blitzing a lot this afternoon.
And that time he wasn't too deep. His first blitz, Sam, he was way too deep to cause a problem. Nice job by Trent Dilfer.
Pickup of 7 on the play. Rookie Tony Parrish out of Washington, second-round draft pick. Anthony in motion. Warwick Dunn gets down to about the 46-yard line. Looks close to a first down.
A good job of pushing the pile here. Watch Mayberry, who was all-pro center. Watch him push on what we think is a good tackle, Mike Wells. Mayberry is so big that he can block Wells. There's a one-on-one, gets him turned. Now, Wells only has that backside gap. His job's not to cross the face of Mayberry, but Mayberry still has to keep him away from the play.
There is Tony Mayberry. 9 years with the Bucs. It is a first down for Warwick Dunn.
It took you a while to call that, Sam. You usually give that to me before the change.
I said it was close.
But you usually give me a definite. And if you're wrong, I get to ride you for a week.
Barry Minter, the middle linebacker for the Bears, is limping a little bit. Came out of the pile limping, but he stays on the field. First down for the Bucs. There's the middle linebacker. He's the outside linebacker last year, moved into the middle this year. Dilfer, play fake, goes outside. And Bert Emanuel with a catch at the 41-yard line, his second reception of the game.
And that's a nice catch by Emanuel. This ball was a little bit behind him. Dilfer gunned it, but sometimes your wide receiver has to make your quarterback look good. He's on Walt Harris. He sees the ball's in there behind him. Look at him. That's a nice catch, Sam.
The Bucs' third wide receiver, Carl Williams, taking another look at that catch. Real good catch by Bert Emanuel. Carl Williams just rejoined the team. He's inactive today. His father passed away last Saturday, and the funeral was this past Friday. Carl was there and just returned to the team yesterday. Delayed to Warwick Dunn. Stopped at the 40-yard line. Good work by the Bears defense.
Look at 97. Watch the inside. This looked like a big hole, Sam, when this started. But you got to run against 97 and Flanagan. Let's see what these two do against a good offensive center, good guards. There's a double team on one. Look at the tackles. Look at them come in there. Wow. I'd buy a ticket to watch Mike Wells and Jim Flanagan. They had a double Mike, so Flanagan makes the tackle. Look at the size of this guy. How'd you like interviewing him?
Oh, he's a good guy.
He said he has to be careful at halftime. If he hollers at the offense too much, they get down on themselves. You got to keep his mouth shut.
6'3", 310. Here's 3rd and 4. Short drop by Dilfer, too high. Intended for Riddell Anthony.
Well, this was an all-out blitz, full press bumper run, take your chances. I wish they'd take their chances on offense, Sam. They took the chances on defense, not offense. Now, everybody is going to be involved in the blitz, a full press bumper run. There's no help anywhere. And what I find what happens to the Bears, Sam, they get ahead like they did last week, and they go too conservative on offense.
All right.
Keep throwing the ball even if you're ahead. Come on. The pass is not illegal.
They weren't conservative on the fake field goal. Barnhart punting.
They weren't
Good
ahead
high
then, Sam.
kick.
They were behind.
At the 5, and it's down by Floyd Young at the 2-yard line. Excellent coverage by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That pins the Bears deep in their own territory. Bucs trailing 14-7. They go on offense. Next week, Fox NFL Sunday, the Lions, led by Barry Sanders, go to Jacksonville. It all begins with a pregame show at noon Eastern. Dallas is at New Orleans, San Francisco, Carolina. Late start, the Giants at Arizona. All on Fox NFL Sunday.
Now, this is where I'd like to see the Bears try to throw a touchdown, Sam. Let it go. Hang it out. Get a big chunk of yardage. You can't chug the ball over 95 yards on Tampa Bay.
Conway in motion. James Allen cuts back. Good hole across the 10 up to the 12-yard line. First down for the Bears. Nice carry by James Allen, who had his first carry in the NFL just last week.
What's better than the carry, Sam, is the vision, because this play is supposed to go here. But watch when he sees the hole back here. There's the hole he sees, and that is excellent vision.
Donnie Abraham made the tackle. That's Chris Valerio, the right guard, who is having his left ankle taped up.
See that tape coming under his foot? That's for the Achilles heel.
He's replaced by Olin Kreutz, who is a center.
All out
playing
blitz.
right guard. Allen slipped away, got a couple of yards on the pickup.
Well, the linebackers were blitzing the Bears there, and they caused a problem when you try to chug it. I would say you can't chug the ball. Watch the blitzing backers. All the way in the backfield.
That was a first down pickup. First run, he just came up short. See, I went out on a limb, and he came up short on that first run. This time he got the first down. There is the rookie, Olin Kreutz, 6'2", 300, rookie out of Washington, third-round draft pick. Right guard. Good play fake by Moreno. He's got time, and he fires. And it's off the hands of Bobby Ingram. Rondé Barber was covering Ingram on the play, but Ingram was open.
And a little play action. They're going to fake the run inside. Good fake. Moses looks right, finds a guy open left. This wasn't his first choice. This is his second choice. He finds Ingram, and the ball's a little high, but, you know, this is the National Football League. Let's make this catch. Got to make that catch.
Brings up 2nd and 10. It's one of the rare deep drops by Moreno. Usually it's been a 3 or a 5-step drop.
Oh, the deep drop came off the play action fake, Sam. The fake brought him back to a deep.
And pickup is up to the 18-yard line. James Allen carrying on the play.
And you call James Allen, and you got to talk about vision, Sam. He's a cutback vision guy. This is supposed to go here. When he doesn't like it, watch him find the hole. There's the hole. See him, Sam?
Good quickness.
Good quickness, good vision.
Ball spotted at the 18-yard line. Allen comes out. Edgar Bennett has come in. 3 wide receivers in. Fabian Bowens, number 82, has gone wide to the left.
Trying to get Valerio's left tape job back. Strained his left calf.
On 3rd down, Moreno being rushed. Trying to get it to the tight end, rather to the fullback, Ty Halleck. Crowd reacting, hoping, and Dave Wanstead wanted an interference call.
Wow.
He wanted a flag, you know that.
The quarterback gets hit real hard by Sapp on this play. Sapp's to the outside. Watch him get the quarterback. Ty Halleck's looking for a flag, but I think it was good coverage. Oh, it's a block.
And it is blocked.
Punt.
And it is recovered by the Bucs. Rondé Barber. Barber inside the 10. Barber to the goal line is in. Touchdown. The punt was blocked by Jeff Gooch. Recovered by Rondé Barber. Takes it in for the touchdown.
And what was disappointing for the Bears, Ricardo McDonald, the linebacker, he didn't go in and try to make the tackle. He didn't know they were going to pick it up and run it. When you have a blocked punt, you can advance the blocked punt. Behind the line of scrimmage, you're in front, and the Bears fell asleep, didn't go after the guy to make the tackle.
So now the special teams for the Bears came up with a touchdown. The special teams for the Bucs come up with a touchdown. Husted to tie the game. And a bad snap. And that's all for that one. So the Bears will maintain the lead on a bad snap.
Wow, we're seeing it all today.
What's going on here?
Wow.
Joe Marciano, the special teams coach.
One of the best special teams coaches in the National Football League. Cannot believe it.
You've seen good and bad from his special teams units today.
Here's the punt block. They took it right off the shoe. Now, if you're a Bear, you got to go make the tackle. Watch the block. Both hands on the ball. He's got it. Now, these Bears have to go cover this like it's a normal punt.
Offside, defense, the right tackle. Half the distance to the goal, retry from the 1.
Well, there's a break for the Bucs. A flag on the play. Now, here's the end of the
Look at this.
block.
Look at the Bears standing around. You got to go make the tackle.
Barber goes in. Now, there was a flag on this play.
That snap, wow.
Where was that going?
That snap was out of the ballpark. But we're going to line up and try it again.
They moved the ball to the 1-yard line after the offside call against the Bears. Husted tries again. Looking to tie it. A low snap, and the kick is good.
So we're right back where we started, Sam. It's all tied up.
Rondé Barber, the cornerback and fine special teams player, returning the block punt for a touchdown. And it's tied up. Jeff Gooch, he comes unblocked.
I know, that's
on
a
the
bust
play.
in the block, in the protection. It's a missed deal there, probably by the right guard. Has to block out. Everybody has to sink your inside foot and block out. And then I don't think everybody knew the rules, but a veteran like Ricardo McDonald, he knows the rules. He should have ran over and tried to make that tackle. Watch Goose, number 50, starting linebacker. He'll break clean right here. And he gets all of it. He almost went past it. He was there so far.
Now the official ruling is because it crossed the line of scrimmage, it is a 5-yard punt.
Absolutely.
And a 23-yard return for a touchdown.
Once a block punt, any punt crosses the line of scrimmage, it is no longer a block. It is a punt.
So now the Bucs have come back to tie. You look at scores. Jacksonville looking to go 9-3. The Colts are back in Baltimore playing the Ravens. First time they've returned. Atlanta on top of St. Louis, both teams with injuries.
I think they both started backup quarterbacks.
Graziani was supposed to start for the Falcons and Bono for the Rams.
Sonny?
No, Steve.
Oh.
Michael Husted to kick it off. James Allen and Glenn Milburn are deep for the Bears. Husted kicking with the wind. The game all even. Good kick. Milburn 3 yards deep. Takes it outside. Rondé Barber is there. Flags come flying in. Good play again by Rondé Barber. He's an outstanding special teams player.
And you watch the special teams at Tampa Bay, Sam, and every guy can run so well. They've got great speed. That's why people thought this team was going to another area. They were going to go win the Super Bowl. They can run.
Milburn trying to go outside, and there's Barber.
Turning them in. He's not only tackling them, Sam, he's tackling them outside in.
By the receiving team, number 93, during the return. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
Paul Grasmanis, the defensive lineman, is called for holding. I think that when we talk to the Bucs coaching staff, all they talk about is bringing in guys with speed. They picked up Don Davis, a linebacker off waivers from New Orleans, and they talked about his speed and putting him in on special teams.
First thing we said, what about him? He said, guess what? He can run. We like guys that can run. And when I was coaching, you have no lucky plays, Sam. Nothing lucky ever happens to you when we're talking about slow people. Lucky plays only happen with fast people. Speed creates lucky good plays.
Cruz has remained in at right guard as the Bears go on offense from their own 9-yard line. Edgar Bennett runs hard. Flag comes in. Bennett up to about the 15-yard line. Good pickup, but the Bears are called for holding again.
And the Bears moved the whole pile. That's the first time they won up front versus this excellent Tampa Bay defense.
Very tough year for Dave Wanstead. His team 3-8. A lot of injuries have set in.
Holding. Offense, number 71. Half the distance to the goal, repeat first down.
That's Big Cat. James Williams, they call the right tackle.
Fourth penalty of the game for the Chicago Bears.
Here's Big Cat. Let's see what kind of holding he did. He's got the cutoff block down inside on, of all people, Warren Sapp. And Warren's going to make the tackle. So what Big Cat tried to do was tackle him.
That's right.
Oh, the guard took off. Sam.
All right. Once again, against the Bears, they're claiming that maybe they were forced into it by a movement on the defensive side, trying to draw the Bears into movement. Let's see. Hockley discusses it.
Remember, the one in the white hat is in charge of everybody.
Before the snap, ball starts, offense, number 57. Half the distance to the goal, it's still first down.
That's the rookie, Olin Kreutz.
And they had him playing the guard position because of Valerio's leg injury, and he just left early. They like him. They think he's going to be a good player. He can also play center.
Likely to see more action from him at center if Valerio is able to come back. Now the ball is pushed back to the 2.5-yard line.
Let it go, Sam. Throw a bomb here. Come on.
First and 16 for the Bears. Well, there's the play fake, and there's the bomb. It's deep for Ingram, and it's overthrown. Rondé Barber was running stride for stride with Bobby Ingram.
Well, I've been asking for it. Now, that's how you play this game, Sam. That's how you play in the National Football League. You don't chug the ball 95-plus yards. Here's his play action.
That's a pretty good throw into the wind.
Yeah, you got a little wind there, and a little pressure. They had goes on both sides, Sam. You got to run a comeback on one and a go on the other. If he doesn't like the go, he flips the play over the other side and throws the comeback.
Second and long. Sacked once, hurried 10 times, and hit twice. Again the play fake, and again the bomb. And again it's too long, way long. Seems like he's rushing it a little bit.
Well, you got to when the train's coming down on you.
Okay.
He got hit so hard. He doesn't want to throw this ball this soon. But he's got to bring the ball out or get sacked for a safety. Watch the pressure. It's the blitz on him.
Time he's going for Conway, and he gets hit after he threw.
Brad Culpepper right in his mustache. And he's got a bad mustache. I got to say that for a rookie. He's got a football mustache, Sam. It's bad. You know what a football mustache is? 11 on the side. I mean, if I had a mustache like that, you got to shave.
3 wide receivers in. The ball is just across the 2-yard line. You have to get up to the 19 for a first down. Everybody out, short drop, and it's too high, intended for Fabian Bowens, and it's incomplete. Floyd Young.
I like Moses on that play, though. He showed he was comfortable standing in there in a 3-step drop, threw the ball a little bit high, but he showed no panic standing in the end zone.
Moses Moreno 2 for 6 on third down. Steve Stenstrom comes over. We'll talk to him a little bit. Riedel Anthony is standing at the Bears. It's Jacquez Green, excuse me, standing at the Bears 43.
Oh, they got a block on again, Sam. It's an all-out block.
Here they come. Horan gets it away. Low kick. Jacquez Green at the 38. Avoids one man looking for some blocks. Down he goes at the 34-yard line of the Bears. 36-yard punt. 5-yard return. And now the Bucs with a chance to grab the lead again with 2.5 minutes to go.
This guy has to be on him, Sam. They took the corner all the way down trying to block another punt. That takes courage. They didn't even have this guy covered. They knew the Bears wouldn't stand up and throw the ball on the punt formation.
Coming up, the Visa halftime report. JB, Terry, Howie, and Chris have all the scores and highlights from around the league. Our Fox Sports ticker gives you up to the second stats. It's coming up on the Visa halftime report.
That Visa report, you got to quit charging lunch on my card. My Visa card can't take your lunches, Sam.
Well, I like lunch. Warwick Dunn outside, led by Allstott. Good cutback. Down at the 25-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the play. Sean Harris on the tackle.
You watch Tampa Bay, Sam. They can run wide. They got the speed to go wide. You look at Chicago. Their runs have to be from tackle to tackle up inside.
Bucs with a chance to regain the lead. Bucs scored first. Bears had back-to-back touchdowns. And then the Bucs tied it up on the punt return after the block. We've come to the 2-minute warning. Tied at 14.
The ribs.
That was great.
We had wedding soup. I was ready to get married again. That was so good.
Again? I hope it's to your wife. Riddell Anthony in motion. Second and short. Play fake by Dilfer. Got a man open. And it's complete inside the 10-yard line to the tight end, Dave Moore.
Wow, was he wide open? He came open instantly because of the motion. Nice throw by Dilfer. Put the ball, what a rocket, through a rope.
Dilfer now 7 for 12.
And that pass, Dan, was a frozen rope. There was no air under it, no chance to break on the ball. Put it right on the money.
First and goal inside the 10. Dunn and Alstott in the backfield. Warwick Dunn, led by Alstott, takes it outside. Inside the 5-yard line. Barry Minter, number 92, the middle linebacker, in on the tackle along with Sean Harris.
And this is the play, Sam, that they wanted to stop with bigger defensive ends. Talking about the Bears. This is what hurt them the last time. Running wide, power sweep to the outside. Nice block by Mike Alstead. And they're moving the whole pile. And Sean Lee was fighting. Everybody was fighting, trying not to let that thing turn the corner.
12 carries, 33 yards for Warwick Dunn, who goes to the sideline. The Rhino backfield is in. Lorenzo Neal, number 41, the fullback. At the top of the eye is Mike Alstott. It's Alstott. Bounces it outside. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Drops the football. Barry Minter and Marty Carter. Carter, number 23, is recovered for the Bears.
Wow. And Lorenzo Neal, the lead fullback, made the greatest block I think I could have ran in for the touchdown. And he turned around, tried to figure out what happened. I got my man good. Gonna run right at you. Sit up on your couch if you're a Tampa Bay fan. Watch this block here. He takes him right out of the game. Oh, man, got the ball slapped out by Barry Minter.
Once again, turnovers hurting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Been a big factor all season long.
Look at that block by, wow. Lorenzo Neal took his guy all the way through the end zone.
Minter and Carter combined. Forced fumble by Minter, recovery by Carter. And the Bears stop the drive of the Bucs. Up the middle goes Edgar Bennett for a couple of yards. And it's the Bucs, I believe, calling timeout here.
Watch Lynch on this play. You talk about a guy with a radar coming for the football. Here's the safety. Hits as good as anybody's over on this side. He'll come from the right of your screen. 47. Finds, boom! Man, sticks him right with his face. That Lynch has got a stiff neck. I watched him run last week on the film, and I don't think he's running as good as he used to because he's got that stiff neck. I'd take him to a chiropractor.
His brother-in-law is here.
He knocked his
playing for the Bears. John Allred, who's active today.
How about last year? He knocked his brother-in-law out. His wife wouldn't talk to him. He hit his brother-in-law head on head and knocked him out. I like that. So it reminds me of my Thanksgiving dinner.
Why?
With my brother-in-law.
Is that right?
I threw a drumstick at him.
35 seconds remaining. The Bucs called the timeout, hoping to have some time, maybe come up with another special teams play, maybe another punt block. There's John Allred.
That's the brother-in-law of Lynch, who Lynch knocked out last year. Luckily for Lynch, his wife looks better than his brother-in-law.
On second down, Edgar Bennett again gets up to about the 9-yard line, and the Bucs call timeout. They've got one timeout remaining. Well,
we got a play here for you.
So our guys, the best crew.
We got Jake the Snake in the trailer. They're going to show you Lynch.
Here it is.
Knocking out. Here's the brother-in-law.
A little over a year ago. There's Allred.
Boom! Oh. Wow, he's out. Good night. See you later. Wow, there's brother-in-law on brother-in-law.
And welcome to Family Feud.
And you know what happens then? You don't have a good night when you go home. Your wife won't talk to you.
John Lynch, married to Allred's sister, Linda.
Linda probably didn't talk to him for a week. Can't be knocking around my baby brother. Allred a backup tight end, but he only weighs 240. Being 240 pounds in a tight end in this league isn't big enough anymore. You got to have that tight end. The one they're starting now, Alonzo Mays, is 276 today.
Wow. Second-year man out of USC.
They won last night.
USC shut out Notre Dame.
Moses' brother was playing on USC as a linebacker.
Zeke Moreno, who's 6'3", 240. Edgar Bennett, the setback. That's Halleck in motion on third down. The play fake. Moreno keeps it. And down he goes at the 9. Jeff Gooch. who's got good quickness at linebacker, who's there to make the tackle.
You know too much, Sam. You just said 2 words. Quickness and linebacker. You're talking about Tampa Bay running. You try a naked means there's no blockers in front of him. He's by himself. You don't do that against a Goose with that kind of speed.
Bucs have used their last timeout. 25 seconds remaining.
Now the Bucs will try to block this punt, Sam, or get it back in field goal position. This is a very dangerous time for the Bears, and the punt protection has to be the priority.
Marciano, special teams coach of the Bucs.
You know him. He's got a block come. I can tell you when they line up. No, they're not blocking it. Looks like they got a return out, so they're going to play for a field goal.
Moran is 7 yards deep in the end zone. This is his 6th punt of the game.
With 2 people out each side, it's not a block. If these people move, it is a block, and they're moving. So the block is on. You saw it? Oh, it's a return.
Back.
It's a return.
There's the kick. Jacquez Green goes back to get it at the 43. Looking for a couple of blocks. He's tripped up near midfield. 14 seconds remaining in the first half. 48-yard punt for Mike Horan. Andre Collins in on the stop. And Trent Dilfer has 14 seconds to try and get some points for the Bucs. Don't forget at halftime, it's the Visa Halftime Report. We've got scores and highlights with JB, Terry, Howie, and Chris. The Fox Sports ticker will give you all the latest stats up to the second.
And please bring your Visa card. We go to Mr. Ribs. You make me buy the soup, wedding soup.
You wanted another bowl.
Yeah, I tell you what, my Visa's maxed out. Please bring your card next week.
Trent Dilfer, 7 for 12, 1 touchdown pass, 1 interception. At midfield with 14 seconds, 3 wide receivers in.
3-man line, Sam, 3-man rush.
Dilfer gets plenty of time, looking deep, sends it deep down the sideline out of bounds. 8 seconds to go.
What I hate about the 3-man rush, you allow the quarterback to hold the ball to make the deep throw. Even though it gives you one more man in the back end, Sam, it allows everybody to get deep on you. So you got to decide, do you want them all to get deep and have an extra defensive back there, or would you rather have them throw it quicker and not have the extra defensive back? The Bears have chosen to go with the 3-man rush.
Bucs now have 4 wide receivers in. Bryce Hunter, number 88, has come in. He and Jacquez Green have gone to the right side. Riddell Anthony and Bert Emanuel to the left. Looks like the Bears jump. This will not be the last play of the half. Long pass by Dilfer up in the air, falls incomplete. But with a defensive penalty, the Bucs are going to get one more play.
Time has expired, but you cannot. Time never expires on a defensive penalty. So even though we got double goose eggs, they get another play. When you got 3 guys, you got to keep 3 guys on side. My gosh, that's terrible. Come on.
Offside, defense number 91. It's a 5-yard penalty. The half will be extended for 1 untimed down.
John Fury, the man who jumped offside, and we'll get one more play. 6th penalty of the game for the Bears.
And your rule has to be no penalties on 3rd down and no penalties in the 2 minutes. You cannot have a penalty in the 2 minute on defense because you give life to the other team.
Last play of the first half with the game all even. At 14, the Bucs recovered a fumble, went in 19 yards for a touchdown. The Bears came back.
Hail Mary, Sam. That's the Hail Mary group.
Everybody's going on the last play of the half. Time has expired. Dilfer gets some room and throws for the end zone. They jump up and is it caught? It is caught for a touchdown by Bryce Hunter. That is unbelievable. The Hail Mary works. The Bears are stunned. Time had expired, and Bryce Hunter, the 4th wide receiver, catches it for a touchdown.
Watch them all go up. It's jump ball, anybody's chance. Let's see if we get a bat here, Sam. Usually it's batted by one into another. Oh, my gosh, and the guy that caught it, I think, left the field, Sam. He was out of bounds. Look at there. He's out of bounds. There's no hat. They didn't throw the hat.
That was close to touching the grass.
88, I believe, was out of bounds and came back in. Of course, if he's not the first one to touch it.
First career touchdown for Bryce Hunter. Husted's kick is good. And what a shocking conclusion to the first half.
And the score's tied when that happens, Sam. Cuts the heart rate out of him. Watch in the white. Watch where he goes. Oh, he did get pushed out. Okay. When you get pushed out, you can come back. 46 pushed him out.
Wow. Hunter grabs for it. Very close to the grass. That touched the grass.
It touched the grass.
That should have been an incomplete
That's on
pass.
the grass.
Dilfer waiting for the signal. The officials ruled touchdown Tampa Bay on the Hail Mary with time expired. That offside penalty hurt the Bears. And they're
It gave
victims
him one
of a
more
bad call
shot.
here.
Let's see if we can see where the ball, see if the ball touches the ground here. It's on the ground. The ball's on the ground.
The officials missed
The
it.
officials did not get to see it. Bring back instant replay. Been in the end zone jumping for that ball. He'd have helped the Bears.
First half stats, the Bears have only rushed for 28 yards. The Bucs 48. Passing yardage edge to Tampa Bay. Penalties.
Well, if this was 5 instead of 6, if they didn't jump off sides on the last play, it'd still be tied. So that one penalty changed the game.
And the Bucs turnovers has allowed the Bears to remain in the game. 2 turnovers, a big factor. 1 turnover led to a Bears touchdown, and then the other turnover stopped a Bucs drive deep in Bears territory. Michael Husted with the win, set to kick off to start the second half. In their first meeting in Tampa early in the season, the Bucs came up with a huge second half. That's Glenn Milburn deep for Chicago with James Allen. Husted's kick to Milburn, 3 yards deep. Milburn up past one man, chased along the 15, gets brought down at the 18-yard line. Good coverage on the play once again. That's Frankie Smith, number 29, in on the play for the Bucs.
Well, we say it every time, Sam. Where did the Bears start now inside the 20? Because of the speed of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Too fast on defense, too fast on special teams to make big plays against them.
Now you see the numbers on Moses Moreno. Early he was throwing a lot of short stuff. Then he tried a couple of those long bombs and was incomplete with them. The one completion was a touchdown to Curtis Conway.
On a broken play, a play they had to make up, and that's his strength, improvising.
Ty Halleck and Edgar Bennett in the backfield. It's Bennett carrying, spins away from one man, gets up to the 20-yard line. Jamie Duncan, number 59, the middle linebacker, in on the tackle for the Buccaneers.
And we got to say something about Jamie Duncan. Here's a guy forced into the starting lineup when Hardy Nickerson, their leader, their team captain, their number 1 guy, went out with that congested heart. And now here's the guy from Vanderbilt. How many middle linebackers are playing in the National League from Vanderbilt? I doubt there's anybody but him.
Bennett.
You go to Vanderbilt to learn how to be a doctor, Sam, not a middle linebacker.
Is that right? Oh, there's nothing wrong with being a middle linebacker. Short drop, Moreno in trouble. Throws too high.
Bad throw.
Intended for Curtis Conway. There was pressure on Moses Moreno.
He was signaling something back to the coaches like the ball got hit or his hand got hit because it was a bad throw.
From the 20. Maybe Bowen's number 82 will come in from the sideline as Dave Wanstead looks on.
Now, Sam, here's 3rd and what is that, 8?
Yeah.
We call it 8. This is where we get mad. Now, the Bears throw the ball, and if somebody catches it, it's a first down. They've been running the ball here with a lead with these 2 backs, and they've been throwing short. Throw at least a 10-yarder, Sam.
Let's see. 3 wide receivers in. Everybody out for Moreno. Throws too high. Intended for the fullback, Ty Halleck, out of the backfield. And Moreno just doesn't look comfortable back there right now.
Well, that was a bad pass. He looked better than that when he started the game. I don't know what happened at halftime, but that was an ugly throw. Again, it's going to be short of a first down, but Ty Halleck is running what they call a shoot to the flat, and the ball just takes off. He went ahead of first down. Not a good throw.
7th punt of the game for Mike Horan. Jacquez Green is deep for the Bucs. The kick. Jacquez Green waits for a fair catch and takes it on the 41-yard line. So the Bucs have good field position on the punt by Mike Horan. 39 yards. We'll be right back.
Butt in deep water trying to get out. And today's Chicago Bears are just about in the same spot.
Ball just across the 40-yard line for the Bucs. That was Dave Moore. Shifting, play fake, and to Moore, the tight end on the reception, out of bounds. First down at the 48-yard line of the Chicago Bears.
I think I saw something unusual here, Sam. I think the tight end is in motion and comes through, gets banged around, and then slides out. He's acting like a fullback on the lead. New, haven't seen that, and they fool the Bears with that one.
Second reception for Dave Moore, 12-yard pickup for the Bucs. Alstott and Dunn, the running backs. On first down, it's Warwick Dunn cutting it back, picks up a couple of yards, and a late flag thrown in by the referee Ed Hockley. Let's see what he saw. Holding on Tampa Bay.
Wow.
First penalty on the Bucs in the game.
And Sean Harris was really chasing on that play. I like Sean Harris's effort. I like Ricardo's effort, Barry Minner. These Bears on the front seven on defense.
Push to the NFL. That's been a factor in their struggles this season. Warwick Dunn goes in motion. Everybody out. Dilfer, plenty of time. Deep over the middle. Intended for Bert Emanuel. It's too deep. Terry Cousin, he complains the official that Emanuel was pushing off. Maybe the wind gave that a little extra boost. That was thrown way too long.
Well, you can see the flag, but watch the protection. You called it. Watch the whole offensive line here. Look at Trent Dilfer. All day long, he can just do whatever he wants to do. Tries to lead Bert Emanuel to the post, and he got knocked off a little bit by Terry Cousin.
Offensive line has done a good job.
They really have.
Last few games for Tampa Bay. The offense has picked up. The defense has been victimized by some big plays.
And been victimized by big-time injuries.
Bryce Hunter is in the game at wide receiver. Throw the screen to Alstott. Tries to cut it back, but the Bears are there. They were all over that play.
Well, that was a screen, and everybody was going to rush the quarterback, but Mike Wells smelled it, and he sniffed on over to where the screen back was and made him chase back into the big crowd.
Sean Lee and Mike Wells combining.
Now the line says, let him through. This is a screen, but watch Wells. He read it instantly, and he took off along with Alstott. He didn't rush the quarterback. He said, they're letting me go. If they're letting me go, this isn't right. Find the back.
Bucs have to get to the Bears' 38-yard line. They're just 1 for 6 on third down in the game. 3 wide receivers in.
Blitz, all-out blitz.
They pick it up. Now he gets rid of it to Warwick Dunn. Hit it midfield and brought down on the play by Andre Collins.
What's amazing is Warwick Dunn picks up the blitzer, who is Tony Parrish, and then becomes the receiver. Watch Warwick Dunn. He's got to block that blitzer. He sticks him right here. Boom! Sticks him and then slides out. And what happens? Great job by Trent Dilfer. He sees the guy that's supposed to be the blocker open. That's improvising. That's making up a play.
Came up short of a first down.
I know, but I got excited anyway.
Good job by Parrish. He just kept on coming, pressuring Dilfer. 5th punt of the game for Tommy Barnhart. Milburn is deep. Good high kick. Milburn lets it bounce inside the 10, and it goes into the end zone for a touchback. 5-second hang time for Tommy Barnhart.
That 5-second hang time will allow you and me with slow speed to cover that punt. After that, we showed you how they tape it. They put the tape on the bottom of the foot and roll the tape all the way up the back of the leg. So they taped them underneath and brought it up, and that's supposed to help them. Even if it doesn't help them, they'll try to talk them into pretending that it helps.
Robert Chansey is in at fullback. Edgar Bennett at halfback for the Bears from their own 20-yard line. Play fake. Complete to Curtis Conway. Short pickup up to the 25. Time for an NFL update to our Fox Television Center to JB.
Sam and Jerry, take a look. Opening kickoff, second half. This is how St. Louis finally gets on the board. Tony Horn, what did you do, Sam Rosen and Jerry Glanville? 102 yards to pay dirt. Steve DeBerg is in now for Atlanta. He did lead them to a field goal, but it's St. Louis holding to a 1-point lead. Sam Rosen, Jerry Glanville.
Thanks, JB.
Thank you, JB. He did say DeBerg's coming in off the bench to try to get him some more points.
Now Chandler, the Falcons struggle. Chansey, the fullback, shifts. Edgar Bennett. ran into Derek Brooks. We haven't called Brooks' name all that much. Guy is the leading tackler, but Brooks made the stop there on Edgar Bennett.
Well, watch Todd Perry, right guard. He's going to pull the lead. This is what Chicago does for a living. Pull out there, try to get a little hole, crack, turn that back up inside.
It's 3rd and 1 for the Bears at the 29-yard line.
On 3rd and 1, they got to split in. I like them to have 2 tight ends, Sam, so you can't cut the play off. 1 back set.
Bennett in motion. Chancey, the fullback, first down. Boy, he ran hard.
He explodes. He's got, I call it instant quickness. He reminds me of a hiccup. Whatever his full speed is, Sam, it's there on 1 step. Watch him on the hiccup here. We didn't get to see him come, but he's coming. That, believe me, that's quick. That's a quick big man. He used to play what, center fielder? I think he was a center fielder in baseball.
Robert Chancey getting a chance to play.
Chancey getting a chance in. That's good, boy. I don't like that.
Watch the blitz. Here come the Bucs.
Oh, the blitz got him.
Edgar Bennett goes up the middle for a couple of yards. John Lynch brought him down.
Blitzing off the open side. That's why I said that split inside, they can't pick up 4 people. So what Tampa's doing, watch the split inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so they can't block him. Watch 47. He's the 5th of the bunch. You don't have enough people to pick up what's called the weak side, the split inside.
Short gain on the play.
Sam, look, Sam, your name's on the screen. They had Sam Rosen down there.
Nice.
I didn't know I was working with Sam. Hi, Sam.
Bennett goes in motion. Drops the ball. Chancey fumbles. And the scramble continues.
They're still fighting for it.
And it's Tampa Bay ball. The Bears have fumbled again. Their 2nd fumble of the game, their 19th of the season. A league high. And the Bucs will take over at the 30-yard line. Looks like Donnie Abraham came out of the pile with a football.
Inside hand. Oh, never had it.
No.
Came out instantly. Look at the ball on the ground.
Fumble was recovered by Tampa Bay. First down.
Chancey never tucked it away.
Nope.
Donnie Abraham goes diving over the bodies and came out with that football. The little cornerback out-wrestled the big lineman for the ball.
Well, he really jumped in there. He got in there right before Moses, the quarterback, got in there.
Ball at the Bears' 29-yard line. All said and done in the backfield. Riedel Anthony in motion. Warwick Dunn. Nothing there. Good job by the Bears. Right in the middle. Sean Harris. The first hit.
Now here's the defense. The ball gets turned over. They got to go in with pitchforks. Pitchforks means the goalpost is sticking you in the back. So you got to play good. Watch the inside players. All they do is close it all off. Man, Mike Wells. That's the best 5-year signing I've seen.
Like that.
Wow. You look at the tackles here compared to the tackles at the Redskins and the money they spend, it's no contest.
This Tampa Bay has had excellent field position. Allstott moves everybody out. Short drop by Dilfer. Now he spins. And finds Bert Emanuel across the 25. It's a short pickup on the play. Walt Harris and Sean Harris combined on the tackle.
Well, this is the new Trent Dilfer. This is the new 4 weeks. He said, what I've decided to do is let my athletic ability take over when everything breaks down. Don't give up on a play and make something up. And I think that's what's changed this offense.
We mentioned right up top, the Bucs over the last 4 weeks have averaged 24.5 points per game. And that's up for them. The offense was producing points. And meanwhile, they lost 3 of those 4 games. Dilfer on 3rd down, 3 for 7. Got to get to the 19-yard line here. Warwick Dunn. Dancing, gets through. First down. Tampa Bay at the Chicago 13-yard line. Nice moves in the hole by Warwick Dunn.
Boy, he's got the feet, doesn't he? They call, a lot of people call him Baby Barry. Talking about Barry Sanders, of course, in Detroit. I still would like to see him, Sam. I know you don't like it, but I'd like to see him carry the ball 30 times because he makes something out of nothing all the time. Pretty crowded in there, and he slithers through. I wouldn't worry about his size because I never see him take a heavy hit. Look at him. Look at it.
14 carries today, 41 yards. Bucs first down at the 14. Riddell Anthony in motion. The play fake. Dilfer, plenty of time, and he completes to Riddell Anthony, and he goes in. Touchdown. And there's the Riddell Anthony dance.
Yeah, he wants to call it the Ants. A-N-T-Z.
All right. The Ants going to dance.
The Ants is dancing.
Riddell Anthony on the reception. He's become the big receiver for the Tampa Bay Bucs. His 6th touchdown reception.
And to make that touchdown work, Warwick Dunn picked up the blitzer. A good block by the little tailback.
Field position has really worked in the favor of the Bucs. They played with a short field a good part of the game. And once again, they turn a Bears turnover into points. Husted's kick is good, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have opened the lead to 14. Dilfer finds Riddell Anthony, and he runs into the end zone with 6:12 to go in the third.
And he's going to block Sean Lee right up in here. He leg cuts him. Gets the, oh, nice job. Gets the defensive end down and gives the quarterback down. Here's your receiver in motion. He works himself outside. He told us last night he's going to work short underneath routes. It's a 6-yard catch and runs the distance, Sam.
And a season-high 3 touchdown passes in a game for Trent Dilfer. Husted's kick to Milburn, 3 yards deep. And he's tripped up by Floyd Young, but he was down. Floyd Young got a piece of him. Milburn's knee touched the turf. And a good job once again on kickoff coverage by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Husted going back to pick up the tee.
Somebody's got to do it.
Bears had a lead briefly at 14-7. Now the Bucs have turned it around and lead 28-14, and the Bears start on their own 14-yard line. Trent Dilfer, 3 touchdown passes that matched a season high. He had 3 in the game against Jacksonville. Edgar Bennett in motion. Chancey is the fullback. Moreno rolling and running. Just about a yard. Oof. He saw Jamie Duncan coming at him, and he just ducked underneath.
Well, you're running against the wrong defense. Tampa Bay. They send the one back in motion right out here to your living room, so he's got 3 people on this dash, but everybody was covered, and he sees a lot of white jerseys coming.
Gary, Jamie Duncan filling in for Hardy Nickerson at middle linebacker has done a good job. He played well last week against Detroit. He's playing well again today. Moses Moreno in his first NFL start, 7 for 20, 1 touchdown pass. Up the middle, Edgar Bennett, not much. Brings up 3rd and long, and it's Jamie Duncan, the middle linebacker, on the tackle. Bears fans here at Soldier Field getting a little restless with the offense. The field position has been a big factor for the Bears. When they had the good field position off a couple of turnovers, short field, they marched in for the touchdowns. But with the long field, they haven't been able to get much going. From the 9, their own 6, their own 18, the 20, now the 14, the last 5 possessions.
Well, I don't think they're geared for that. They're not that type of an offense to go a long distance. They got to make a couple of big plays, shorten this field. Blitz coming on them now, all-out blitz.
3 wide receivers in. Moreno in trouble. Try to dump it off to Edgar Bennett. Warren Sapp was all over him.
99, Warren Sapp. What did they say in practice, Sam? You were there.
Where is he? Where's 99?
Find 99 every play. Let us know where 99 is, because he's the guy with the quickness. Make the play.
He's big, he's strong, and here he comes.
On a loop. They're looping him a lot to the outside today, where he becomes a tackle and loops all the way out where the defensive end is.
8th punt of the game for Mike Horan. Jacquez Green standing at his own 46. Horan with plenty of time. Wynn holds it up. Juggled. Green gets away from one man. He's got room down the sideline. Out of bounds at the Bears' 30-yard line. Short kick that got held up by the wind, And Green with a good return, and the Bears are in trouble as the Bucs, with the 2-touchdown lead, will have the ball at the Bears' 30-yard line. Good return by Jacquez Green, who leads the NFL in punt return yardage.
As a coach, when you're on the sideline and the ball barely gets above your head, you know your cover teams are in trouble, and that was a low punt.
Trying to become the first Tampa Bay Buccaneer to ever lead the league in punt returns. Bears special teams coach Ken Armstrong. 2 tight ends in for the Bucs. Allstott the lone setback. Riedel Anthony in motion. Allstott flips the tackle. Pulls his way down to about the 27-yard line. Sean Harris in on the stop for the Bears.
Well, the Bears took a page out of Tampa Bay's book. They were blitzing 4 off the weak side. But one thing about Mike Allstott, he can drag a guy.
Look at the Arizona score. They're down by 2 touchdowns. Suddenly that wild card race will tighten up if they lose.
Here's the free blitzers. Arizona's down by how many did you say, Sam?
2 touchdowns, 24-10. Lorenzo Neal is in at fullback. That's Dave Moore, the tight end, in motion, and it's Allstott carrying. Power football up the middle. Down to about the 24-yard line. Mike Wells, the first man in on the hit. For Tony Dungy, he knows his team needs a winning streak. They're 4-7. They've got the Packers and Pittsburgh back-to-back coming up, but at home, where the Bucs have played pretty well. They haven't won on the road all season.
I thought he was very, very reserved last night when we talked to him. Seemed like he was in like a deep funk. And as the head coach, you can't allow yourself to get in a deep funk. This will get him going, then he'll get his players going.
They stay with the big backs. Oh, excuse me. Warwick Dunn is in at the top of the eye. Dunn following Lorenzo Neal. Good blocking. First down for the Bucs. Gary Minter made the tackle, but Warwick Dunn gets down about the 16-yard line.
This guy is special, and you wonder why. You just wonder why he doesn't get more chances to handle the ball. I guess because they got Allstott, and he's good. But he can run the football. Watch him here, and he's following Lorenzo Neal. Wow, Lorenzo Neal, what a blocker. He just turned Sean Harris right around.
Neal and Dunn remain in the backfield. First down at the Bears' 15-yard line. It's Patrick Haight shifting. Warwick Dunn, again, Neal leading, but this time a good play by Ricardo McDonald. Good job by Rico McDonald getting in a hurry to trip up Warwick Dunn. 16th carry of the game for Warwick Dunn. Woo. But you hit on it. You got to give Mike Allstott the ball, too.
Yeah, you got 2 guys, so you got to spread it around. And one thing good about the blocking fullback, Lorenzo Neal, he didn't want to carry. He just wants to lead it for these other 2. They only got 1 ball, Sam.
That's it. Dunn, 16 carries, 48 yards. Allstott, 8 carries, 18 yards. The delay to Warwick Dunn, bounces outside. The Bears are there. Short pickup down about the 13-yard line. We'll bring up a 3rd and long. Time winding down in the 3rd quarter.
Good effort that time by the linebackers. Ricardo McDonald chased that play down, got a good hit. Ricardo's not fast, but he is physical, hard-nosed, tough. He was after him.
Bears bring off the linebackers, send in the defensive backs. 6 defensive backs in the game for Chicago. Where you come from? 3 wide receivers for the Bucs in the red zone 3 times today. See what they've come up with. They've split the tight end as well. They go to Warwick Dunn. Spins to the 10-yard line. He's short of a first down. Tony Parrish came up to make the tackle. And the field goal kicking unit comes on for Tampa Bay.
Well, Tony Parrish is a rookie playing every down for the Bears, and he was in a blitz and sort of ran into the ball carrier. He'll come from deep in the secondary. There he is. He was blitzing, and he ran right into Warwick Dunn.
Barnhart the hold. The kick will be a 28-yard attempt. And it is, that may have scraped the upright. Just got inside the upright, but it's good. Husted's field goal. It's a season-high 31 points for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Eagles, the New Orleans Saints in Miami to play the Dolphins. Important games there. The Dolphins in the hunt for first place in the AFC East, and New Orleans needing a win to maybe tie Arizona for the last wild card spot in the NFC. Arizona down by 2 touchdowns in Kansas City.
Well, Tampa could end up in that hunt along with those two
And
teams.
Detroit is there at 5 and
Detroit.
7 after their Thanksgiving Day win over Pittsburgh. The wind picking up here.
Now they got to bring on.
Yep.
Now here comes a man will have to come hold it because it fell off twice.
And the official comes over, talking to...
This is the holder, Sam. He'll have to walk in here and hold it. That's their guy.
I don't know if they want that. That's their best special teams guy, Rondé Barber. Joe
Yeah,
Marciano.
Jay, how about that? Joe said, I don't want that.
That's right.
You know too much. Joe said, I don't want him. Give me this other guy.
Floyd Young's going in to hold
He
it.
said, Floyd, you hold it. You can't tackle like the other one.
Rondé's been the best guy.
Rondé was walking in the hole, and the coach said, no, 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 no.
All right, so with Floyd Young holding, Michael Husted will kick off to James Allen and Glenn Milburn. With the wind at his back, strong kick by Husted, and it's right through the end zone.
Is that 3 points there? That was a field goal. That was good.
I think in Australian rules football they give you a point for that or something.
Yeah, they give you a rouge or something in rugby.
The Bears on offense from the 20. They have not had good field position in their last 6 offensive possessions. Moses Moreno getting some last words from Steve Stenstrom, who's the backup quarterback this afternoon. The Bears led to the line of scrimmage by the rookie Olin Kreutz, number 57. James Allen and Ty Halleck in the backfield. That's Halleck in motion. Moreno on first down. Starts to scramble and throws and completes to the tight end, Alonzo Mays. First down for the Bears.
Well, now he made this one up. This is what the crowd wanted to see. He's in trouble. He faked getting sacked, darted in, and came out.
The big tight end makes the catch. The third quarter has come to an end. The Bucs with a big 31-14 lead on the Bears. 6 Central, right here on Fox. Start of the fourth quarter. First down for the Bears. Halleck shifts. Moreno to throw. To Halleck out of the backfield. Picks up about 5 on the play. Time for an NFL update. Back to the studio in L.A. to JB.
Steve DeBerg, 44-year-old DeBerg, 27-yarder to Terrence Mathis. 2-point conversion is good. DeBerg leading them down the charge. The S&E 14-7. They're on top. Let's take it back to you guys.
Thanks, JB. Hey, DeBerg with a little pop in his arm there on that throw.
That looked like a good, strong throw. Of course, he's got a great mind.
So the wild card standings. Moreno scrambling, throwing to the sideline, and completing.
Wow. That's the second time he's done this. He fakes like he's going to run up inside and then does a little pirouette and comes to the outside and throws it. We've seen it twice now. Watch this, Sam.
Good catch by Bobby Ingram on the play.
Up in, up, turn around.
Feel some pressure. And there's Ingram.
Now you gotta come back and help your quarterback. Everything's broke. Oh, nice job keeping the feet.
Third catch for Bobby Ingram in the game. He is 2 away from tying his career high. That's James Allen. Nice spinning run inside the 45. Down at the 43, John Lynch made the tackle.
Well, that was an all-out blitz by Lynch, but Allen was so fast he ran away from the blitz. This is kind of, watch this. Lynch is right here, and he's going to blitz, but Allen is so fast, Lynch has got to chase him up to the hole. Lynch misses him there and keeps on chasing him and catches him downfield.
So the score is Arizona making it close on Kansas City. Now 24-17. Bears second and 3. The play fake. Moreno steps up, batted down. Derek Brooks got up, the linebacker, Knocked down the pass of Moses Moreno.
I'm kind of surprised they're throwing over the middle. A young quarterback throwing over the middle can't find all the black. This area is trouble for youngsters. And really, Wanstead told us that they were going to look at what the Detroit Lions did with Charlie Batch. And with Charlie Batch, they're throwing the ball to the outside, throwing screens, throwing a quick slap, but keeping the ball out of the middle.
That's interesting. The coaches broke down tapes of what the Lions did. They like what the Lions did with Charlie Batch, and they're looking at that to try and help them with Moses Moreno. See the numbers on Derek Brooks. On third down, a little razzle-dazzle. Conway trying to get outside. He's got a first down, and he's hit hard, knocked out of bounds. Jeff Gooch and Charles Mincy, and a flag goes in.
What was great about this play is Brad Culpepper knew the play. But I got to say this, Brad Culpepper is not as fast as Curtis Conway. But he was running for his life. He knew exactly where the play was going.
Side judge tells the referee, Ed Hockley, what happened.
Personal foul, defense number 22, unnecessary roughness, elbow to the head, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Charles Mincy.
Yep.
Now, I want you to watch Brad Culpepper. Here's a guy that never surrenders, never gives up. Big defensive tackle sitting inside, and he reads the reverse. He knows it's reverse. Watch him. Now he says, I can get this guy. I'll chase him. Oh, my gosh, I can't catch him.
I'll leave it to Gooch.
Yeah. I don't know if that went to the head. Let's see if he goes to the head. Now his shoulder pad hit him in the head. His forearm hit him in the shoulder, actually the bicep.
Marcus Robinson, number 88, is in the lineup at wide receiver, along with Fabian Bowens. Bowens to the near side. Halleck shifting from the Tampa Bay 22. Moreno got rid of it. The big hit. There's a flag on the play. It's ruled an incomplete pass. Ooh, guys are shaking up all over the place.
Wow.
Bennett was hit hard.
Holding against the Bears. And the quarterback had to escape instantly because he had pressure on him.
Holding, offensive right tackle, 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
That's Big Cat. James Williams on the holding call. 7th penalty for the Bears in the game.
I think the second for Big Cat. Big Cat's the right tackle, 71. Let's see what he does this time. Oh, you can't do that, Big Cat. He grabbed him by the collar, threw him down, and then he hit Culpepper in the face. He could have had a double. Could have had a deuce.
Brings up 1st and 20 for the Bears. James Allen in the backfield. Halleck is in the slot to the right side. Short drop by Moreno. Over the middle, completes to the tight end, Alonzo Mays. No, correction, that was Marcus Robinson, number 88. The big receiver from South Carolina who lives in Georgia, and he came up to you yesterday, Coach, and remembers when you gave him an award.
Wasn't that something? He says, Coach, I was a senior in high school, and I was one of the best players in the state, and you came down and gave me a trophy for being the top 7 players in the state of Georgia. And there's a guy on the other team we did this with also. Can you name the player? Jaquez Green was on the same. He was at the same banquet, got the same award. There I was handing out awards.
Love it. James Allen carrying. Was bumped by Big Cat, reverses his field, gets tripped up by Rondé Barber at the 21-yard line. Otherwise, he had the sideline open. Barber's had a strong game.
Rondé Barber's had a strong month, you know, and he just keeps playing better and better. And they got a rookie that plays behind Rondé Barber named Brian Kelly. All the Tampa Bay has is good players. You can't give up on this team. Ooh, took his leg off.
Spot the ball just short of the 20-yard line. 5 defensive backs in for the Bucs. Bears have to get to the 12-yard line for a first down. Bennett and Halleck in the backfield. Ingram in motion. Everybody out. Pressure. And complete to Halleck, the fullback, but it's short of a first down to the 16-yard line.
Wow. The crowd wants them to go for it, but they're sending in the field goal team.
Well, you can hear what the crowd feels. At 3-8, with a 3-8 record, why not go for it?
You're down This field goal, you're down too far. It's fourth quarter, Coach.
Jeff Jager with Horan holding. It'll be a 33-yard attempt. And the kick is right through. So the Bears get a good drive from their own 20, but it stalls at the Bucs 16. Jager with a field goal is 31-17. It's Soldier Field in Chicago. Jeff Jager set to kick off for the Bears, where the Bucs leading 31-17. Riedel Anthony is deep, and Jager kicks it away. Anthony at the 2. Goes to the left side, finds an opening, gets across the 30 to the 32-yard line. Good return for Riedel Anthony of 30 yards. The Bucs with a 2-touchdown lead go on offense when we come back right after these messages. They're the team in the lead for the wild card spot, the last wild card spot in the NFC. Bucs from their own 32. Jacquez Green has replaced Riedel Anthony, who was hurt on that kickoff return. Warwick Dunn for about 3 on the play.
Good quickness again. Hitting that thing so fast that the defensive linemen for the Bears can't get off their blocks in time to get a hand on it. Barry Minner, a Warrior, making the defensive calls for the Bears.
Dunn has picked up 59 yards on 19 carries. The Bucs ran for over 200 yards against the Bears in the first meeting. Here's Dunn, and a good tackle by Grasmanis. Paul Grasmanis, time for an NFL update. Back to the LA studio to JB.
Sam and Jerry, take a look at Kansas City. Looking impressive here. Gannon hitting Derek Alexander. Nice smash route run there, Jerry. Hey, cover 4, ineffective at that point. Derek Alexander helping the Chiefs over Arizona. 31-17 in the 4th. Back to Sam Rose and Jerry Glanville.
Thanks, JB. Cardinals hurting on defense, giving up a lot of points.
Well, they've been doing that all year. Everybody thought they were going to be better on defense, and it's really their offense that hasn't been contention to go to the playoffs.
Riedel Anthony is back in on 3rd down. They have 3 wide receivers in the game. All-out blitz for the Bears. Dilfer is in trouble, throws it away, almost threw it to Sean Lee, and he's going to get called for grounding. I believe it's going to be intentional grounding.
Well, that could have been Sean Lee's 2nd interception in 2 weeks.
That's right. He had the touchdown last week.
But they...
Yep. Intentional grounding, says Ed Hockley.
The reason it's intentional grounding, he was still within the pocket. He was from tight end. As long as you're in here where 2 tight ends would be,
Intentional grounding.
that's grounding. You've got to get outside of there. And Sean Lee was playing way in there as a defensive tackle and spun out of the pass rush and almost picked it off.
So it's loss of yardage and loss of down. And the Bucs will be forced to punt.
The Bears should have good field position when this is over.
Good series for the Bears. 6th punt of the game for Tommy Barnhart. When Milburn is deep at his own 37-yard line. So the Bears looking at pretty good field position as Barnhart is kicking into the wind. Barnhart's kick. Milburn at the 40. Avoids one man and is swarmed under. Shelton Quarles, number 53, makes the stop. 41-yard kick. And the Bears from their own 41 when we come back. And now they're bringing in the chains, but I think he's going to come up short.
Short by 3 lengths.
You think so? Oh,
yeah.
More than that, Jerry.
More than that?
Yep.
I was looking at your cufflinks. I was looking at those gold ones.
They stretch the chains.
Oh, wow.
Yep. That's a
Full
long
yard.
way. That's close to a yard. So it's turned over on downs to Tampa Bay at the 49-yard line. And the NFL debut of Moses Moreno has not been all that successful. This Moses has to come up with some new miracles. Ruled a touchdown. There's the reverse. Bert Emanuel picks up a block from Patrick Haight. Across the 40, he's got a first down. Tony Parrish made the stop.
Well, the best block was by the quarterback. Trent Dilfer leads this like a sweep, comes around and makes the play.
Oh, I thought it was Haight.
No,
the tight end. No, it was Trent Dilfer.
It's Trent Dilfer. Watch the quarterback lead it. As they go around the corner, it'll be number 12. Come on, 12. Where are you? There he is. There's the block. Oh, you can't get blocked by a quarterback. That can't happen to you. That was Marty Carter.
And he's leading with his throwing shoulder.
Woo! Marty Carter will be mad when he sees the film.
From the 39, Riddell Anthony in motion. Warwick Dunn found an opening, gets down to the 37, a short pickup. Mike Wells in on the stop. Well, you can see the Bears down.
Well, there's a couple of guys that won't quit playing, and this is one of them, Mike Wells, nose tackle. They're trying to scoop him by the guard, and he just keeps running down the side, down the line of scrimmage, makes the tackle. Mike said the one thing he cannot do with the Bears is holler at the offense at halftime. He said they took it wrong, and they sort of pouted. I was just trying to get him going.
He's a vocal guy in the locker room. Dave Moore shifts. Warwick Dunn carries, led by Allstott. Barry Minter was the tackle at the 35. Time for another NFL update. Back to JB in L.A.
All right, Sam and Jerry showing you how Arizona's coming back. Touchdown pass to Rob Moore was called incomplete. Cardinals keep it alive, though, as Mario Bates takes it over from 1. Arizona now trailing by just 7 to Kansas City. Back to Sam and Jerry.
The problem with Jake the Snake in Arizona, they play one good half. They never play a whole good game. So all these pressure games end up with Jake at quarterback trying to win them at the end.
Jerry Ellison has come in at halfback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who also have 2 tight ends in. On third down, the up man is Mike Allstott carrying down about the 33-yard line, short of a first down.
We want to tell all the kids out there, Mike Allstott's wearing a helmet. Everybody out there's got a helmet on except the coach. If you're skateboarding, if you're riding your bicycle, if you're out there rollerblading, wear your helmet. It's cool to wear a helmet. It's not smart to do those things without a helmet.
Now with a strong wind in their face, the Bucs have decided to go for it here on 4th down. 4th and 4. In motion is Dave Moore, the tight end. Dilfer still has it. He's got a man, the tight end, and it's broken up. Wow. Good play by Tony Parrish coming up late. Forbes was the man in front. Parrish came from behind and broke up the play.
And he was open. Good call by you, Sam. This looks like a touchdown. The tight end breaks to the outside, and watch the free safety. We're talking about a young guy. He says, even though I'm a rookie, I feel like I belong here. I feel this is my job. Here's a guy that used to play soccer in high school.
That's right.
Soccer player. And he didn't weigh much. He said he only weighed, when he was a track star, he weighed 170, and now he's up to 206, and he's a hitter, but he's got the speed of a corner.
Good-looking rookie player. Done an excellent job for the Chicago Bears, who take over on their own 33-yard line. Play fake by Moreno. He has time. It goes to Alonzo Mays. Got rid of one man and gets out of bounds. First down up at the 44-yard line.
One thing I found out about Mays, today he got fined because he weighed 276. And that's a little bit large, they think, for him. But not, this says 259. Well, he must be eating good. At Oklahoma, they didn't make as much as they make
I
here.
think he went to dinner with you Friday night.
Oh, man.
He had a couple of steaks, and he's up at 270.
If he had a couple of steaks where we ate, we were at Gibson, that took his whole bonus that he got for signing.
So he fined him, huh?
Fined him.
Being overweight.
Being overweight, 276 pounds as a tight end.
First down for the Bears. Everybody out. Moreno for Halleck, the fullback. Turned one way. The pass went the other way. Incomplete.
Unfortunately for Moses, he's thrown a lot of passes that just weren't quite there. You know, a little bit off. Leading too far has been his biggest problem.
Moreno 13 for 32, 106 yards. Three-year starter at Colorado State. Set the school record for touchdown passes.
Went to Colorado State, Sam, weighing 160. That's how small he was.
As time goes short to James Allen, but a good tackle on the play by Derek Brooks.
Good pursuit by the defensive line for Tampa Bay. They were not only rushing the quarterback on the short throw, they turned, got back in on the tackle. There's Sapp. I like to see defensive linemen work that hard.
Important game for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, looking for their first road win, because the schedule ahead, the next two games are toughies. A Monday night, home against Green Bay, followed by a home game against Pittsburgh, then at Washington on a Saturday afternoon, and at Cincinnati to wrap up the schedule. And they need to get something going if they have any hope of making the playoffs. Big rush, and
boy.
White got there again to block the pass.
And
Steve White having a good game.
And they got more people coming off the split inside than what they can block. You'll watch this. They load up over the split tackle side. This is the left tackle. Watch, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's 5 on the swing, and there's too many of them. White bats that ball down. Watch his hands get up, bats it down.
74, Jimmy Herndon is in at left tackle, replacing Andy Heck. Bears have a fourth down here. They've got to get to the Tampa Bay 46-yard line for a first down. Moreno with a deep drop. And he throws deep and too deep. Overthrown. The man closest to it was Curtis Conway. John Lynch was covering. And Moses Moreno heads for the sideline. The Bucs take over with exactly 4 minutes remaining.
We want to show you what we think the last play of the first half, Sam, which we think was the turning point.
Yeah.
This was the Hail Mary. Watch the receiver out of bounds, but they say he was forced out of bounds. If you're forced out of bounds, you come back in and make the catch. His hat should come off when he's out of bounds. No hat. He comes back in bounds, but it's touched by Bertie Manuel first, but the ball's on the ground.
Yeah.
Your catch cannot be assisted by the ground.
That happened with no time remaining, and the half was extended because of an offside penalty against the Bears. Allstott on the carry, breaks through. Fights off the tackle, gets down to the 31. Tony Parrish finally pulled him down. 10th carry of the game for Mike Allstott, and his best of the game, a 15-yard pickup.
Well, here's time I do this. Haven't done this in a while. You ready, Sam? That's the A-Train, and the A-Train gets tackled by a good young free safety. Grabs his jersey. They had tearaway jerseys. Allstott would have had a touchdown.
They're the Allstott family, his mom and dad.
They like to go to every game they can.
You blew the whistle for the A-Train in the first quarter when he scored a touchdown.
Had blown it since, haven't
That's right. A-Train went to the train yards for a while. Here he comes again. Short pickup. Got about a yard on the play. Marlon Forbes, number 46, in on the tackle.
You know, every time he plays, he usually plays on the nickel. But Forbes is a tough guy. He always makes a good play for the Bears.
The Bears have called timeout with 3:08 remaining. There have been some wild plays in this game. Early on, first series, Moreno hit by Warren Sapp, fumble. This was a deflected pass intercepted by Andre Collins. This is a short kickoff held up by the wind, mishandled by Riedel Anthony, recovered by the Bears, led to a touchdown. Punt block. Rondé Barber picks it up, and he returns it 23 yards for a touchdown.
And we got one we didn't show you was the fake field goal for a touchdown by Wet Knight.
That's right.
Catching that little shovel pass. So we've seen it all here today. Don't leave yet. We got 3 minutes. Hang in there with us, and you may win a prize.
And what's that?
You're coming over for dinner.
Lorenzo Neal in at fullback for the Bucs. Allstott remains in the lineup. Allstott carrying, was stopped right away. Good penetration on the play by Jim Flanagan.
Flanagan, we hadn't called his name much, but he's another guy just like his fellow defensive tackle. will play hard every play. Mike Wells, Jim Flanagan, they're the strength of this defense.
Jacksonville now 9-3 with the big win.
30-second timeout.
Baltimore beats Indianapolis, and the Colts' first return to Baltimore since moving. The Falcons look like they're going to go 10-2.
Back up to 21-10.
And don't forget, Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles, New Orleans Saints and Miami Dolphins coming up next, second half of our doubleheader. There's Big Jim Flanagan, and Flanagan and Wells will be the anchors of that Bears defense.
Absolutely. And they got real mustaches. They don't have football mustaches. The poor quarterback has one of those 11 on the side. That's a real mustache. He's got all kinds. And see, there's the other mustache. The tackles have real mustaches.
You like that, huh?
Yeah. Moses has got that football mustache.
And Moses is a little younger than these guys, too.
Well, then shave it off.
Oh, I see.
There's Moses. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 11 on the side.
Two tight ends in for the Bucs. On 3rd and 11. That's Dave Moore in motion. Allstott carrying, tripped up. Ball forward to the 30-yard line. Barry Midler got in quickly to trip him up. Brings up a 4th down. And the Bears call timeout again. They have used up all their timeouts. And you talked about that fake field goal that was converted into a touchdown. That was a terrific play by the Bears.
And it's called the holders to the quarterback. Horan flips it out to Wet Knight, and Wet Knight makes the score.
Touchdown pass, Mike Horan to Ryan Wet Knight. The Bears led 14-7 when they had back-to-back touchdowns. But then the Bucs tied it, and then that controversial play at the end of the first half turned the game in the Bucs' favor. The Packers with Brett Favre, 7-4 on the season, taking on the Eagles, who start Coy Detmer at quarterback, his first NFL start.